Cause a stampede, no handles, flying like a banshee. They use cheat codes, but we don't cheat though. No cliff notes, homie, we don't need those. Come on, and just take the high road. I'm trying to fly though, wanna touch the sky, but still lie low. Never water down, even with the hydro. Vaporize the hate so I don't have to keep my eyes low. Hit Oslo, get it in Norway. Cleanse palates with the callous man sorbet. Doorways open up, yup, more cake. Soon enough the sweet turns sour, more court dates. We burn it down though, and just live it up. It sucks ass when they ask about a living trust. I don't have one, cause I don't have shit. And when I do, I'm probably gonna just stash it. It takes time for the interest to make sense. It makes sense for the linguist to invest. I've been blessed with a brain and some rhythm. Those hairs too square. carry-ons, but we carry hope. No politics, but y'all should probably vote. Don't involve me, I live for the stereo. Right side, left side, middle path, adios. No label when you living independent. Rent is too damn high for my pension. Like the lottery, the way it just rubs off. Opposite of Jimmy McMillan, I take the gloves off. And take some cheap shots, fighting for the beatbox. I'm throwing down harder than the dude who beat Brock. I'm more able though, but still murderous. On the beat.
Okay, let's try that again. How can you hear me now? Let's try that again, shall we? Can you hear me now? Okay. Dang it, OBS. I swear to Jesus. OBS did it to me. Sorry. I'm sorry. Hello, everybody. Hi. I'm sorry. It's not... blame OBS. I'm sorry. Hello. Don't blame OBS. I can't hear you. Gigi, how would you know I said OBS then, ma'am, if you can't hear me? Smart ass. Anyway, hi guys. Sorry about that. Hope everybody is doing good. Yeah, caught you. Anyway. Gigi, you're welcome to join us if you would like to. You're welcome to join us. I was going to say real quick, Mr. Toxic is currently with Mr. Dead on Dave, but he will be joining us here later on, hopefully, once we get to, started with this and we can just catch him up on it. But yeah, so I'm super excited. Hope everybody had a good day today. And just an FYI, guys, if I have to dip out real quick for just a few minutes, I will let you guys know ahead of time. I hope not, but I'm just giving you a fair warning. I may have to dip out for a few extra minutes. I hope not, but we'll see what happens. So just an FYI, but all right, let me go ahead and unmute here. Hello, my dear Squatchin.
Ma'am, you act like I can't hold down the fort.
That never said that you can't hold down the fort. I'm just saying, if I have to dip, I was going to tell you.
Only if I have to. Don't worry. It's not like I don't have a co-host or anything. Like.
No, that's not what I meant. No, that's not what I meant.
Sure.
No, it didn't.
Sure it isn't.
No.
Hurt my heart. What the fuck?
Whatever. I did not.
It doesn't beat often. Okay. It's cold and black and lumpy.
I'm sorry.
But it exists, okay.
You know what? You know I love you, and you know that is not true. I was just letting them know, and you already know. But yeah, I was just letting them know just in case. So we'll see. Anyway, how are you, my dear? How was your day?
It's all right. It's raining today again.
It's raining today for you? Oh. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's supposed to here at some point, not like, thunderstorm level anyway. It's supposed to here later on tonight and most of the day tomorrow here, but we'll see what happens, I guess. I'm just thankful that it's not a thunderstorm or a tornado or anything else like that. I'm good. I'll take that. We need a break from that for a little bit, please. Please and thank you.
Yeah. Yeah,
Well,
you guys have been getting fucking hammered.
well,
Not as bad as Texas, but
true. Well, and also,
it's like
I
every
mean,
time I look, it's like
it's
your
that
area.
it's
Fucked.
that right. Well, no, it's that time of year. It like literally
Yeah.
From April to May.
NATO season.
Yeah, it's NATO season. It's everything season, pretty much. Like,
And then we roll into hurricane season, and we have a whole other set of YouTubers to worry about.
exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now is it? Now is the start of hurricane season? Or I thought it was later.
Yeah.
Oh.
June. It's been starting earlier.
Oh. I thought it was like
Yeah.
in Well, September and October is like when it hits its peak, right?
Yeah, it's peak. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But it starts gearing up where you can like track the storm from Africa going across the Atlantic.
Jesus.
It's supposed to be a bad year for them too.
Yeah, I hope not. Oh God, pray for Toxic and everybody else that's
Like
in Florida and whatnot.
if you look at the
yeah.
temperature of the ocean right now, it's very concerning. It's 4 times as big as it was, like the warm spot is 4 times as big as it was for 2005 when Katrina hit.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's
so
not
I'm
good.
like,
That's not good.
it's like we got
That's-
Mike to worry about, we got Toxic to worry about, we got Xylee to worry about, we
Oh,
got
yeah,
Nick
yeah.
to worry about, because apparently there's supposed to be one hitting fucking New York too.
Oh, and JoJo's
Allegedly.
in Louisiana. So there you
Yeah.
go, Louisiana too. There you go. Got to worry about JoJo. Oh man, we got a lot.
Yeah.
All the people that we got to worry about. Minxie is one of them too. Minxie's in Florida.
Yeah, Minxie's in Florida.
Yeah. And the poor thing I don't know if you caught, she's actually, well, she's streaming now, but she streamed yesterday too. She streamed the State of Play, I guess, for PlayStation. And,
Yeah, so did Mike.
Yeah, right at the beginning of the stream, she was saying how she got hardwired in and she's all ready to go and she's hoping that the elements will behave, and then this happens.
Oh yeah, because like every time it rains, her mic gets staticky. Or it did.
Yeah. I guess it just depended on the day, because hers wasn't, from what I understand, and again, it could be worse than what, I know of, but it seemed to me that whenever she would have some bad weather, that it would kind of affect it a little bit, but she would still be able to stream and be okay. But then I guess here lately, over the last like couple months or so, off and on, she's been having more and more issues. So she took,
that sucks.
yeah. So she actually took the time to get that taken care of, as obviously as much as you can. You can't prepare for everything, but yeah.
No.
So hopefully it stays that way for her. But she,
Fingers crossed.
yeah, I agree. Yes, and yeah, that I hope that she's able to do what she needs to do. Mama needs to make money, as she put it yesterday, and it's true.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Mother
Anyway.
Nature trying to steal Mama Minxie's bag. What the fuck?
Exactly. Bullshit.
Rude.
Okay. Well, I was gonna say something else too. Can't remember. Oh yes, no, I'm sorry. So you have seen Mr. Willie Mac's video, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I've seen it once.
Okay. I watched it today, or listened to it today. Y'all, oh my god.
It's good.
I said this when the video dropped the other night. I literally died laughing because of how quickly it dropped. And how fast Willie made this video. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but you done fucked up when Willie Mac drops a video in less than 24 hours. Okay? Just say it. It's yeah. And then not only just the video in less than 24 hours, but a banger video at that. Well, Willie's videos are always banger. Let's not lie, but yeah. Another banger to add to his banger list. Yeah. It's the video itself is just so crazy. So for those who kind of know what's going on, but not really, I kind of got a general idea as to what's been going on with different people covering it. But essentially, there's this creator named In Praise of Shadows. And In Praise of Shadows, I guess, is a fairly...
Praise of shit for brains.
Exactly. In Praise for Shit for Brains. That's what he's going to be known from now on, among other things. He made this video, and it was conservatives, like, horror... What was the title of it? Conservative horror movies or something like that. And...
Yeah.
It was a
the problem with.
Yeah, it was 3 hours. The initial video was 3 hours and 20 minutes, right? And in the first 40 45 minutes or so, all he's doing is bitching and moaning about Wendigoon, Brandon Buckingham, Muda, all these other people. It's like, okay. And his takes, listen, and his takes with all of it had nothing to do with the video in and of itself. Had nothing to do with what he normally covers, because from what I understand, he's a horror movie reviewer. Or a horror genre creator of some sort. I don't know if he just covers movies, but that's what, I guess that's what he mostly does. I'm not sure. I never even heard of this guy until everything about him came out. Now everybody has heard of him. So, yeah. Anyway. So, yeah, who watched, once in the chat, if you guys watched his initial video uncut, or if you guys watched it after he cut out the part of Wendigoon and all that, and all the trash talk he did. Y'all are brave for going through 3 hours of that video, seriously. Yeah, John had me react to it when we recorded our episode for The Nerd and the Huck, and my brain about broke. I couldn't do it. Oh, it about broke. You guys will hear my reaction to that when that drops. Hopefully that drops here soon. But yeah, the next episode of The Nerd and the Huck, we reacted to this, and yeah, my brain about broke. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You could hear it in real time breaking. So, anyway. Okay, so, and so we're going to go ahead and get started here in just a minute. All right, so let me get this pulled up here. Now, this is roughly, what is this, 27 minutes? Yeah, so this is roughly about a half an hour, give or take, right? Mm-hmm. Willie knocks it out of the park, like always. So,
always.
Yes, he did absolutely amazing. Yes, we stand Willie in this house, dang it. Okay, so put ones in the chat if you guys are ready to go. Willie W all the way. Yes, 100%. Okie dokie. Let me get that pulled up here then. And I love, the title kills me. The title absolutely kills me. The racist, leftist slanders the most
leftist slanders everyone.
I didn't know if you could say race. Well, yeah, I guess you can. The most racist, leftist slanders everyone. Jesus.
Yeah, Muda's intro to his video covering it is fucking amazing.
Yeah. No, I agree.
The ad read is perfect.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, Muda's video is hysterical. I saw Muda's video too. It's like, here's my question. And this is, I don't even know if even this, his real name is Zane, I think. It's public, so yeah, Willie says it in the video. But I don't even know or does anybody know what motivated him to do this to begin with? Like, why he decided to make this video? Or is this something that I don't know. I have so many questions. And how did he not expect... I don't think
he was thinking when he made this video.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
To be honest.
Yeah, well, that's also... Yeah, that's obvious, but my thing,
because if he was thinking, he wouldn't have made all the mistakes he made in this.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and okay, listen. We're all not perfect when it comes to content creation, okay? We all mess up. It happens, okay? Things happen. But I'm sorry, bro, but you went after all of these people for no reason other than to show that not only are you petty, but you are jealous as hell, and you are petty. Period. That's like end of discussion. Like,
petty AF.
Yeah, it's petty AF, exactly. Yeah, he wanted to hang on to the Keffel's fan coattails, calling out Muda. That's one thing I know. Oh, well, there you go. That makes sense, too. Yeah, because he calls and right here, you see it right here in the background.
The video.
That the infamous thumbnail that it was, that he calls it transphobic, yes. Well, hi, Gigi. Good morning.
Hey, Gigi.
Hi.
Good morning, ma'am. It's 6:30 in the
evening,
evening.
morning, evening, whatever. Hi, my
I
dear.
just
How are
thought
you?
I'd come in here and tell you you've been muted this whole time. So we've all just
Wait,
been
what?
humoring you in the chat.
Mm,
I'm kidding. I was kidding. I
hearing
was
me in
kidding.
the
Oh my
chat.
God.
I'm trying to sell your kidding, okay? I know you're kidding.
Hi,
It's what I do with
everybody.
toxic
Yeah,
fucking
you blew your
fake
cover.
tweets and stuff.
You blew your cover when
Look,
you brought up
I'm
OBS. All
I'm a
right.
I'm very anxious individual. I realized I'm probably the only person who hasn't watched uh the original video that he
Oh,
made. I have not watched it because I immediately saw everyone being like, "What the hell is this guy talking about?" So
Oh,
I've only seen it in clips to begin with. Um, and yeah, like I don't. I'm imagining Willie. Part of the reason Willie was able to make this so quickly is that like it's such a wild take. Yeah,
yeah,
it's such a
yeah.
wild take.
And it's out of nowhere too, to a degree, I guess. Or unless you watch this guy like on a regular, or some people who watch this guy on a regular basis, it's not anything new. Possibly, I have no idea. But I'm telling you right now, this guy blew up for the wrong reasons. For all the wrong reasons. Listen, like I said, listen, if you have criticisms against these creators for, them not covering a subject well enough or something, okay, fine. Right? That's all fair. But oh my god, just the gibberish that comes out of this guy's mouth is insane. Like, how did he think this was a good idea? it's it's so
It's hard to
it's
imagine.
well, and I've only seen, and to be fair too, I haven't seen the full video either. Because like I said, when it came out and everyone was reacting to it, and shortly after, because of the backlash, was when he edited out the part, or he took out the parts of him talking about Wendigoon and Muda and all that. So I never got to see that until Bo Blacks did the Lord's work and saved
as he does.
and archived that part and the 40 minutes that he cut out, and not only that, but also archived the entire video. So there you go.
Like you do. Yeah, can
Based blacks.
people apparently are just doing that. I was watching a video by, I will remember her name before the end of the stream, and she
Shoe on
was
head?
saying, no. She's a
No.
different. She's part of the side of commentary we don't like to talk about for being soy boys, actually. But she was talking about how what she collects is hard drives with cataloged, deleted videos. So she pulled one out, and it said like 2021 to 2023, and she's like, you know what's on here? It's like the Dramageddon 3 stuff, and like she started naming like YouTube controversies that had come out, and how she has all of the streams, videos related to that from that time period that have been deleted. And she was like, so this is what people are talking about when they're saying the internet is forever. And I found that so creepy, because I'm like, we're all just collecting.
Wait.
Oh,
So she
yeah.
so she's
She
archived
has an
all the different
archive.
dramas.
Yeah,
Oh Jesus
she
Christ.
has like personal archives of deleted YouTube videos of like things that have happened. So like any apology videos, anytime somebody came. So like this, whatever part he took out, 100% she has it. She has it on a hard drive, like in her home, and it just exists. And that is terrifying to me. That's such a like.
Yeah, exactly. The ultimate
It's
A-logger.
interesting. It's yes, but there presumably it can't just be her, because I mean, and she's not wrong to do it, because presumably if you've been making YouTube videos, you realize how often you just miss out on things like you know how
true.
what's his face, Adam McIntyre has been covering Dramageddon on his channel, like revisiting it, and he posted how the one of Tati's videos, and I can't remember which one, has been completely scrubbed from the internet. Like you can't find it, but of course people have it.
I saw that. Yeah, how he was trying to look for it. I saw that. Yeah, did he?
Yeah,
well, yeah. He ended up.
He found it because he did a review of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say he ultimately ended up finding it, because I remember seeing that that I got that notification for it, that he found it. But no, that's weird. I mean, yeah, I get it. Like if you're gonna archive like different videos or different streams or something like that, I mean, you're for reactionary purposes, like if you're a streamer or you're a content creator, whatever, that's all well and good. But to archive almost that's a little much. To archive like almost every single drama that's happened, that's a little cray-cray. Just a little. I mean, I get it. I'm sure she's not the only one, but still.
I collect very many things that a lot of people like take issue. Like I collect figures, I collect dolls, I still collect DVDs, even though I don't think I currently own a DVD player, if I'm honest. I collect things. I just had not considered like that there are, because she pulled out like, a hard drive, like a silver hard drive, and it was just labeled. So I'm just imagining that she has like a bookcase stuffed to the brim of like, bad videos from like 2016 of things people should have never put on YouTube in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
And there's something so Batman villain about that, even though it's not creepy in and of itself. I just have such a weird ick about it. I don't know.
I do too. That's I mean, again, I'm sure she's not the only one that does it. I'm sure that there are
100%. I'm sure there's lots of
tons and tons of other people that do it too. But and again, that's still a little strange to me, just a little. Like I understand if like I said, if you're going to archive or download, I've done it before. We've all done it to a degree, like downloading certain videos that you're afraid are going to get taken down later, or different things like that.
How often? I'm sure most of us in here are chronically online, so we've all had the thing of we come across a video that's been up for like 6 minutes, and you're 2 minutes into the video and go, oh, this person has made a mistake, and your immediate reaction is, I need to download this right now.
Yep.
And I've had it happen where I make that realization, and by the time I get to the site to download the thing, it's gone already. And
I've had that happen before too.
I watch it and then I delete it. It's just for my own entertainment. But I've done it. But, if anybody knows how to download live streams while they're live, that would be amazing, because my God, the number of times that I've been missing out on that.
Can you imagine if you were able to? Well, I don't know how that sounds like.
You can. There are ways other than you can obviously do it like through regular OBS, but then you're mad. That's too much. You know what I mean? I'm just nosy. I'm just nosy.
That's a little much.
I've been telling. Yeah, I've been, I know we're going to get, I always do this. I always deter the whole stream. But I've been talking about this other side of a community that I've been lurking in. And it's just a bunch of old ladies arguing. Listen, these women, they're getting wild. They're Southern. They say, bless your heart a lot.
Oh, no.
And like one of them's position, I don't have to tell you anything else. One of them's position is, ready? I told you that if you pushed me, this is what I was going to do. So I did it. So that's what it is. So this is on you. And it's like, no, I'm sorry. You can't be like, if you guys annoy me, I'm going to burn your house down. And then when they annoy you, you burn their house down, and we're all supposed to be cool with it because you warned us. Like, what? But that's literally like what's occurring, basically. Whoa. And I'm like, how? I'm fascinated. I'm not ready to tell anybody yet because I'm trying to collect the pieces, but also I don't want anyone over here disrupting it and ruining my content. That's the real reason. I will get the tea. I will disseminate.
What if you're depriving the community of Dramageddon 4?
Yeah, Gigi. Yeah.
Here's the thing. About that? These are all older people, and with older people that have like IRL lives, if you push them too much, they leave the internet, and then you don't hear anything, and we can't have that. We can't have that. So I need currently, the thing is, it keeps getting crazier, and I'm like, these women have like families and children, and they're like, when I say older, I'm saying like 50s, like they're in their 50s, and they're doing online drama. So it's like, there's a part of me that keeps going, to walk away.
Well,
Tommy is almost 50.
I was going to say, yeah, Tommy's almost 50.
Poor Tommy.
Xylie's not.
Sure.
Xylie's almost. Well, she's not quite 50 yet. But
here's what I'm saying.
You know,
there's a few
she's
of
around
them.
The same
there's
age as
two.
Tommy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's 2 around here, 3 if you count Peepaw and status unknown,
True.
right? But still, there's like 3 of them, and part of those 3 people's shtick is kind of that they don't get involved in the riffraff. They don't want to roll around in the mud with everyone else. That's kind of part of their, they're a little bit supposed to be the sages of the community, or I could, whatever, that whole kind of thing. These people are peers. They're peers. It's a different dynamic, because none of them are, theoretically wiser or whatever than the other. They don't have life experience over each other. So when they're arguing, like they're all just disappointed. It's so,
it's
whatever.
very dysfunctional.
We'll get to it.
You should have them on the Lol Cow podcast.
Sounds like it.
100%. I am very curious about what happens when they mix into him, because there's a few of them who are going to be like, no, I'm not going to mess around. It's a bunch of kids. But there's like 3 of them that are like that shit. You know what I mean? There's 3 of them that if they enter this community, we're never getting rid of them. Ever.
Oh,
there's
really?
nothing we can do.
Ooh,
oh yeah.
I was already intrigued, but now I'm even more intrigued. Well, Gigi, report to us whenever you are ready to report on it. And yes, we will treat.
Yeah, fill us in when it's time.
Yes, we will treat. We promise we will be good with it, or you have to remind us to be good with it. But yeah, just
listen. All of this.
Oh, it'll be good.
Anybody can come across us at any time. So yeah. If you guys find it on your own, this is. I'm not doing anything by bringing it over here. I'm establishing that right now. I recognize that they are not necessarily prepared for the element that is this community, but technically all that shit's Publix. They have streams upon streams, so that's not on me. I'm just reporting. I feel like I'm making a Keemstar level defense, and I haven't done anything yet, and that is concerning to me.
Oh, good Lord.
Anyways. Do you know what I mean?
Fair.
It's very much like, hey, I didn't make them fight. I was just here to film it. Like, literally, this is the defense I'm making, and I don't know how I feel about it.
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
Anyway.
Wait, no, he should stop dyeing his beard and wear a funny hat. And, I don't know about, May 1st, he will not stop dyeing his beard. That's not going to happen.
He won't stop that. He
That's
won't,
not going to happen.
He's way too vain for that. And,
No.
People have said to be an online creator, you need to be, like, a certain level of narcissistic, which is a thing I don't know that I accept that, but, like, I've heard it a lot. And so I don't see him stopping dyeing the beard until he's gray everywhere, and then he's gonna be all, I'm a silver fox, you know. He'll just go from one weird point of pride to another.
I mean, hey, there ain't no shame in having a little gray. I have gray. I ain't no shame in that.
I think a lot of people look great with gray. Imagine George Clooney without the gray. Who even wants him?
Right?
Not me.
Right?
I mean, I'm rocking the gray right now.
See? Yeah, I am too. Yeah. In fact, here soon, I think I mentioned
when I go back
before.
to purple, I won't have to use bleach.
Yeah, there you go. See?
Look at that.
Yeah. And
Benefits.
I think I've mentioned this before too. I haven't yet, but I'm in the process of it. I'm in the process of just going full gray. Slowly but surely, yeah. Not quite there yet. I still have like a couple of different sessions that I have to do with wifey, but yeah, that's the plan anyway. It's to just go full gray. Yeah.
I'm keeping my vanity for a little while longer. I'm actually having something interesting done to my hair on Monday, and I had the option of putting it had to be like a natural color into it, and she was like, well, there's gray. And I was like, the problem is I'm at an age where the gray will push me in one direction, and I don't want to deal with that on vacation.
Fair enough.
So.
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. All right. Okay, let's get started with this, shall we? Now, Gigi, have you seen this yet? Have you seen Willie's video yet?
No, I've seen clips of it. Also, Twilly, what do you mean Willie is Chinese? I missed something. What's happening? What's occurring?
Willie's not Chinese.
Midna says he is, so, and I believe her.
Augie is Chinese.
Why do you think
Doc is half Chinese.
Wait, why is Willie Chinese? Why do you think Willie's Chinese?
Oh, because is it the hands? He's doing like... It could be the hands.
Oh, he looks Chinese. Well, no,
he's Italian.
In that freeze frame. See, in the
Linda, what are you trying to say right now?
Minna being racist in the chat.
Minna, we cannot comment on the shape of people's eyes, okay? That's not allowed.
Actually,
He's my cousin.
there's
He's
a
my cousin.
there's a
Minna.
Knowing full well that Minna is part Asian.
Oh, is she?
she
I didn't know that.
but
I didn't know that. Oh. Well, there
I didn't
you
know
go.
that either. I just
The more you know. Okay. I did not know
No,
that.
I think Willie is he's part
I don't know.
Italian and part Irish, I think.
I was gonna say
Irish
he's
is
Irish.
part.
I know.
Can I
he's
say-
Irish? Yeah. But
I know for sure he's part Italian.
Oh, okay. There you go.
I'm taking this a little bit as a burn because and Minna has absolutely no way of knowing this, but you know how now there's things where it's like, oh, take a picture, we'll make an avatar for you based on that picture. Every time I do that for the past year, it makes me an Asian woman. And it's because I'm older now, I assume. So I'm wondering if the look of his eyes is as a result of age, and so I feel like I'm taking Minna's
Or his
attack at me.
or his brain is about ready to break, and he's just
Yeah,
'cause
he's
you
doing
can-
that squinting, that squint that you do when you look at someone and they're being such a
I'm
fucking
telling.
dumbass.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you right now,
I
guys.
see.
In this, and most of you have probably already seen this, or I hope you have anyway, but for those who haven't, I'm telling you, he is all sorts of sass in this. In the very beginning, it's great. It's amazing. So yeah, he is all sorts of sass in this. It's amazing. Okay, all right, let's get started, shall we? All right, here we go.
brain-rotted video I have ever seen, coming from the horror community of all places. Calling every big content creator who held a gun a far-right YouTuber, getting every detail wrong,
to having multiple ties to other far-right extremist figures. He is friends with Brandon Buckingham, a gun YouTuber who has been accused of threatening rape. He is friends with Oompaville, a gun-obsessed content creator that has taken advantage of Nikado Avocado's mental decline.
Nikocado is a character. Have you even watched the videos?
He is friends with Mutahar, who argued against
Okay, why are you bringing up Nikado Avocado? Why?
Yeah, I was
Why?
gonna say,
Why?
it's a weak video
He's
when
he's
the first thing you do is guilt by association. The very first thing.
Thank
guilt
you.
by association.
Thank you. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like okay. What is
I think he's
Nikado Avocado?
accusing him of taking advantage of the mentally unstable.
Okay, first of all,
But Nikocado is incredibly mentally there. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Thank you.
And
I was
he
just
knows
ready
that
to
he's
say
that out
doing
a
it for
lot.
money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank
People have
you.
pointed that out a
Because it's
lot.
blatantly
Yeah, there's
obvious
so many
to
videos.
everyone on the planet except this fucking guy.
Exactly. No, I agree.
Well,
I think, yeah.
the kids, I think there's some kids that I think still believe it, even though, I think at one point I
Kids are
was like,
stupid.
does he know? But at this point, he's done it for so long that any kind of idea that you could have, no, he's chosen a route is what is occurring
Well,
there.
It also sounds like, and it's true, and he dug himself a hole here. He obviously does not know anything about Nikado Avocado. Or, it's like that's red flag number 1 right there. Just saying.
Yeah.
When you
Well,
try
no, to
yeah.
me the mustache is red flag number 1.
And the shirt too.
I was gonna say his. I find his.
Yeah, that
outfit
terrorist organization
accurate.
likes those shirts,
right,
don't they?
right,
Yeah.
yeah. Tom Selleck has some explaining to do.
Also, I was about to mention the mustache. So I don't know if people know this. I tend to prefer not facial hair, just in general. And don't at me. I know the beards, whatever. I don't care for them. So sorry. I like mustaches even less than beards. And so already the mustache was an issue. But I've also noticed that the mustache look worse on camera. When I see this in person, I'm like, oh, that person looks kind of normal. On camera, it's always creepy to me. Unless
Yes.
it's literally Tom Selleck.
It's giving
Yeah.
70s
No,
porno, and it's bad.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
And a lot of guys are
I can see
doing
that.
this particular stash.
I
You know
don't.
what?
I
don't
never
know.
wanted this
See,
to come back.
well, yeah, no, and that's fair. But here's what's funny. Actually, now that it's funny
Certain
that you bring
things
that up. It's
Stay
very funny.
dead.
Yeah, it's very funny that you bring that up. Mr. Huck wanted to grow a mustache. Actually, he did used to have a mustache way a long time ago, but it
But this
wasn't.
one, because it's
Not,
this
not
one
this
that's
kind,
the
no.
problem.
Not this kind,
Okay.
no. So, not the one that he used to have when we were younger.
One of those
when he
curly
was younger.
ones.
I mean, it was short. It was
Oh.
short. Not like, you know,
Oh.
it was shorter. So,
Oh,
it was not like a Hitler mustache.
Michael Jordan?
No.
Not like a Jordan stash?
No,
Jordan
not like.
stash is what you mean.
Well, I can't. It's hard to describe.
not
but
like Charlie Chaplin then?
no, not like Charlie Chaplin, or Hitler, or anything like that, ma'am.
They're all the same stash,
Well, no,
guys.
that's where Hitler got it from.
Michael Jordan tried to bring it back.
Oh yeah, I remember that vaguely, but yeah. Anyway, but no, so
I've seen pictures. I don't remember it, but
he used to have like a mustache at one point, and later on, as he was, you know, thinking about growing out some facial hair again, he was thinking of doing it again, growing out a mustache. I said, "Baby, I'm sorry, you can't pull off a mustache anymore. Like, you just can't." And he's like, "But why not?" I'm like, "No, just you can't do it. You don't. You just can't do it anymore. Just, you know, if you're gonna have facial hair, like, grow out a goatee or something and do that." And so yeah, he just did that. So I prefer.
I do feel like that's a common thing you have to do with men sometimes. Like, yeah. You had this. I had an ex that wanted to shave his head, and he's like, "Oh, I like the round look," and I was like, "You look like a skinhead." So if you could not,
right? Yeah, but going bald.
I love you.
Bald,
I
bald can only go so far too. I agree. Yeah,
bald is not for everybody. Is the thing,
agree.
and it's unfortunate
No,
that
God, no.
it is
Not
thrust
everyone
upon
can
some
pull off
people.
being bald.
I agree.
But in his case, he had lovely hair. And his dad still had his hair like older. So I was like, "Don't. Why are you, firstly, insulting to people who can't do this, but secondly, the skinhead thing is a bit of a problem." Also, I was living in Miami, so like a bigger problem than usual, I guess, because, you know, hard to look like a Nazi.
Damn, that would hurt.
Yeah.
That too. Yeah.
It's like on one hand, your hair is like super sweaty and stuff because you live in Miami, and the other hand, you get sunburns on your scalp.
My fellow Mexicans will not be ashamed. Okay, listen, here's the thing. Because I wasn't sure if I should bring this up at all, but technically, now that I think about it, my father actually does have this kind of stash and has always, my entire life. I just hadn't thought about it until just now. And he is a Hispanic man. So for some reason, it doesn't register.
It doesn't look creepy on people of
doesn't.
Hispanic descent, for instance.
Yeah.
But he is white. Like, my dad has a mustache, but it doesn't come down past his mouth like that.
That is what it is. I hadn't pinpointed
it's
it.
because
You're
it's
right.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. If
when it were trimmed up nice, it would look okay.
Mm-hmm.
But this is bad.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, let's continue.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stop.
We don't like your stash.
Deplatformed from social
Don't
media
like your
websites,
mustache.
and has recently
Stash
socially taken a deal of
sucks.
Your stash sucks, sir. Not just, you know, your bad takes and whatnot, but your stash on top of that. We're just adding it onto the pile.
You as a human.
Exactly.
These are a series of bad choices that you made.
This guy
Exactly.
will pearl clutch at every opportunity while at the same time pushing harmful stereotypes, like saying that everyone who lives in Appalachia is a racist.
Like, who goes to the barber and says, "Hey, give me the Ron Jeremy."
That broke my brain. That part right there broke my brain when I first heard that. It's how
And it's like he says until they prove you otherwise. You can't prove a
thank
negative.
you. It's
He's setting the whole fucking area up for someone is going to take that incredibly seriously. And they're going to drive down there and they're going to cause problems for people.
Exactly. It's like, Jesus.
It's all these dumb kids looking for clout and to go viral. And what's more viral than going to Appalachia and calling every white person you see a filthy fucking racist?
Exactly.
Because some jackass in an ugly shirt said they were all racist.
Exactly. Yeah.
What the fuck?
I agree. It's infuriating and it broke my brain. That's like how bad. Like, listen, you're gonna hear it in a second. Here we go.
Appalachia is very white country, and for the most part, is exceptionally racist. Genuinely in this part of the country, you have to assume that any white person you meet is racist unless they show you otherwise.
And then he legitimately tries to use this as a point to prove that Wendigoon is a racist because he lives there. I love my job.
And beyond that,
We love your job too, Willie. We love your job too, sir.
God bless Willie.
God bless
In
you,
Willie we trust.
In Willie we trust. We're right there with you, sir. We salute you.
Is the
but,
racism in the room with us right now?
Can
I will say this. I'm gonna say one thing for this man. It's not gonna help him, but I'll say it anyway. And that is that he's in horror narration community, which is a community that I have some familiarity with years ago.
Mhm.
And if you're reading a lot of horror narrations, a lot of the ones that come out of the Appalachians are about Wendigoon. So it's kind of an issue already. But it's about all the creatures of the Appalachians. So when he's talking about racism, it's partly the fact that the horror narrations that talk about how a lot of these abominations are really like inbred.
Yeah, that's yes. He
results.
gets to that.
Hills
yes,
have eyes.
Yes, the hills have eyes. Oh,
Exactly.
y'all
So
would.
he is. I don't know if it's racism.
That was the
but he's
first movie my
definitely
husband and I watched together.
Oh, really?
Aw,
Aw, that's sweet.
a
Yeah.
romantic.
Yeah. Nothing says romance like watching The Hills Have Eyes.
I
I
think
mean,
my
horror movie, getting close. You know, that's
Yeah, I was
perfect.
gonna say the first movie I watched with my late husband was I don't remember if it was The Cave or The Descent, but it was the one that kept doing that thing where you thought you were out of the cave and then you were back in the cave. That one. It's either The Cave or The Descent. I don't remember, but that was
Ooh.
our first movie. Yeah,
What was
and I
our
don't like
first
horror
movie?
movies. That's how you know I liked him. That's how you
What was?
because
Oh,
no.
you know what our first movie was that we watched together? I think, and I don't know why this. It's probably there's probably others, but the one that was probably the most memorable to me was Face Off. That one we watched together too.
Face Off is a great movie.
That is a
Face Off is a
fantastic
great
movie.
movie.
That's a fantastic movie.
You know, if you ever don't have a topic, I could go on and on about Nicolas Cage related things for
Yeah.
way too long.
Old
And I
man
don't
shoes.
care about
Sorcerer's
Nicolas Cage.
Apprentice.
There's a movie on Amazon Prime right now called Reinhold with probably the biggest celebrity crush I have, Nicholas Holt. And it's Nicholas Holt and Nicolas Cage, and they're both vampires. It's real good.
I've heard
Watch
that's good. I've heard that it is good.
It's
Yeah.
real good.
Yeah.
It's real
I've heard
funny.
I've heard some
And he
people say that it
plays a
was really good,
douchebag
yeah.
in it, so it helps. Like Nicolas Cage plays kind of an asshole, but like a funny asshole, sort of.
Well, that's kind of like what
so
he was,
it's
and that's kind of like what he was initially in Face Off, and that's well, I mean, and to be fair, he does that like with other characters too. But yeah, I love Nicolas Cage too, and John Travolta. I love them all, but yeah. All right, let's go.
John Travolta,
is the
Scientologist
Cherokee
also.
Reservation. Wendigoon lives somewhere just
Yeah.
on the other side of the reservation.
You win some, you
That
lose
is not
some.
me doxing him. He has said many times publicly that he lives in East Tennessee, and I'm not even saying what town he lives in. According to the latest census, there are only 23 black people who live in Maggie Valley.
But why would
What's weird about it is his name is Wendigoon.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't think everyone in this chat knows what a Wendigoon is, but I know what a Wendigoon is. Guess how I learned what a Wendigoon was? Guess how I learned anything that I know about Wendigoons? Literally from horror narrations. From horror
Oh.
narrations read on
Okay,
YouTube.
it's Wendigo, first
Yeah,
of
it's
all.
Wendigo.
Wendigo.
Yeah.
I know,
Take
it's
the goon
Wendigo.
out of it. I know
Yeah,
you
I'm
love to
putting the
goon,
goon
Gigi,
into
but
it.
come on now.
I'm never living down the allegation.
No, you're not. No, you're not. A Wendy
You walked
Gooner.
right into
Wendigo.
that one.
True,
I did.
Shaniqua Sally.
You're right. It is Wendigo.
Goon cave.
Yes. In the goon cave.
I know it is a Wendigo, but I feel like sometimes I've heard people call it Wendigoon, but maybe it's just because Wendigoon then became popular in the space. But I know that the original
Probably.
word is Wendigo.
Hey, Squatchin',
And they're creepy as hell.
Squatchin', I'm sorry, take over for me for just a second. Okay, thank you.
You were saying, Gigi?
I was saying that we now need to burn the podcast because KHuck has
What?
stepped away.
No! No!
And she said that Squatchin' couldn't handle it. So this is our chance, guys. Burn it down.
What the hell?
Knock
No!
over the printers.
Stop! There will be no
the-
rioting
throw
while
the
I am in
staplers.
charge. fuck this. No. Simmer down now. Simmer down.
What was I saying? Yeah, so Wendigos, and I should just Google it, but off of the top of my head, what I remember, they're like creepy, banshee type situations, but their whole deal is that they can imitate like people that you know, like exactly. So you'll be like out in the forest in the middle of nowhere, and you'll hear
Mhm.
somebody that you know calling you, which you're obviously not sometimes you're not expecting. Like if they're there with you, you might be expecting them to be there and so walk in that direction. But sometimes like people have said that it's like their late mother, or like so somebody they know is
Some creepy
dead
shit,
dead.
yeah.
Yeah. The other thing that's supposed to be Wendigos is sometimes apparently when you're out in the middle of nowhere where no one can hear you, you will hear a scream, like a person screaming. I've heard this is also coyotes, but apparently there's a distinct difference between a coyote scream, which can be very human-like, and this other thing that people are describing, because it's not just the
Mhm.
sound, it's like a frequency that taps into them to like that it's almost like this is a thing you should be afraid of. And the thing, I don't go out to the forest because like I am that person that I will be in a cabin in the middle of the woods away from no one and see something, and then what? What do you do with that information? Like if I saw
Yeah. You're
Bigfoot,
kind of stuck.
you would never know because if I have to acknowledge that Bigfoot is like real, then we have to question all of it, and that's a problem. You know what I mean? Because there's so many creatures that supposedly exist.
I'm biased.
Like, why are you
Squash lives
biased?
matter.
Watch lives do matter. The other thing in the Appalachia that
Look
I
at my
had never heard about, it's true, and that I had not heard about until like I started really diving more into specifically American folklore is the Nada deer, and the Nada deer is supposedly, so what it is usually it's apparently a deer that has oh my God, this disease that a lot of deers have that make them look like walking zombies, and I have seen pictures of it, and it looks crazy. Like, because they're like basically they look like zombies, like parts of their bodies are rotting off, but they're still like walking around, whatever this disease is that deers get. So some people say, oh, you didn't see a not a deer, you just saw a deer with this disease. The not a deer apparently looks like a regular deer, but then when you look at it, like things about it are just off. Like
Mhm.
its knees will be bent the wrong way. So the more you look at it, the more you start to realize that
More
whatever you're
fucked up it
looking at,
looks, yeah.
yeah, whatever you're looking at is
More
not a deer and
distorted.
it's looking at you. So you're aware that it's for some reason it feels the need to look like something you're more comfortable with. And so like and so anybody who has talked about this has specifically said like I saw it, I know what I saw, I knew I needed to get the fuck away from it. Yeah. Chronic wasting disease. It's something, yeah. Like you just know it because people have said, "Oh, the rotting flesh." These things do not have the Nada deers do not have rotting flesh. They're just deer that look off. Deer that look you whatever however you're standing, and then like there was one story that terrified me, and the only thing the Nada deer did was it was hunched over like a normal deer, but it was sitting. The person said it was sitting like a dog, right? Which is I've never seen a deer sit like a dog, like on its butt like a dog, like with its legs curled like a dog. Never, I've never seen that. Um, and it then stood up on two legs as if it was the most normal thing in the world. And listen, drop dead. I would die. I would die because what do you do with that? And what are you supposed to do with that? Like
Mm.
so it's very that to me. But yes, but the not a deer specific to the Appalachians. That's which is why this specific to the Appalachians. And if so, you're not into like all the creature stuff, you would never hear about this creature. You would never hear. You would definitely never hear about a not a deer. But even a Wendigo is a like it's a very specific subset of things. However, Wendigoon in this community is probably the height of everything.
Mm.
So it's weird
I don't know what all
to
was
not
said,
know.
but okay. Sorry. I don't know what all was said, but I just caught the tail end of it.
I went on a very long tangent about how creepy a deer that doesn't look quite right is because I'm apparently very easy to scare. Like you just have to look not quite right for me to be very concerned.
Oh, gotcha. All right. Well, sorry about that, guys. I had to take a phone call from Mr. Huck. I don't know if you guys heard him or not. Sorry. I thought
Little bit.
Oh, well, thank you for muting me, Squatch.
I feel like it's not
Oops, my bad. But no.
I feel like it's not a KHuck stream if Mr. Huck doesn't interrupt with a thing.
True.
So is how I feel.
Very
I
true.
feel like it should be a segment.
It is very
You should
on
have a
brand.
little like
it is very much
a
on
little
brand.
The
jingle.
Mr. Huck segment. Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Huck.
No,
segment, yes.
not like a segment. It's like Mr. Huck chimes in thing. Like just real short, just like a little. You know what I mean? I don't know what you call those.
I don't know either. Like a little jingle whenever he comes in the room.
The intro jingle.
Oh, that's funny. No, he's fine. He thought that he was. I'll go ahead and say it. It's fine. He's okay. He went to urgent care to get looked at because his left side was bothering him and had been now for the last couple days. So he went to go get it checked out, and it turns out that he may have just pulled something. So they gave him some muscle relaxers.
Also,
to go home.
Not
So, yeah,
silly at all, people. The younger you are, the more you tend to still think that you're invincible. And listen, hard things are a thing. I have a friend who is a nurse. I've said this story before somewhere. Who is a nurse? She had a mild, I don't remember what it was exactly, some kind of cardiac event for 3 days that she just like, oh, I'm fine. And then she had to have surgery to fix it and like put on medication and everything because she just kept telling herself, oh, I'm fine. It'll just, whatever.
If I ignore it, it'll go away.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
so like, I
that's
really want to encourage everyone to like, like I know we're saying, oh, he's silly, it was fine, but like, what if it wasn't? So it's, if you're able, go.
Yeah. Well,
I say as someone who refuses to go to doctors regularly.
No, he's fine. It's just he finally got it looked at after dealing with it for a couple days. But no, he's alive and he's fine. He'll just have to take some muscle relaxers and he'll be a-okay. So, anyway.
That's good.
All right, so let's continue with this, shall we? Okay, here we go.
This guy pushed so hard to frame Wendigoon as a racist. Well, it's because he wants to gatekeep the horror movie review genre. I'm not gonna make it through this.
So what if he's a conservative?
But you do, good sir. But you do. You power through. You do it for us, sir. We appreciate it.
Is that a problem? Which the answer to that is yes. But the reason that I care is because this does not belong in horror. Or anywhere. I care deeply about horror. And everything that he does.
Okay, so let me talk about Wendigoon real quick, because let me just say this real quick, because I know that we were
about horror, so I'm going to gatekeep it.
Yeah, exactly. No, how I found out about Wendigoon actually, wasn't he like in a different type of like, I don't want to say tiff, but like a different kind of drama, quote unquote, like a while ago, or not that long ago, about a year ago or so, maybe, about something. I could have sworn that he was getting attacked for something else, but anyway. Well,
I know he did a episode of Half Baked with Nick Vega and Turkey Tom.
When was that?
And that's where I first found him.
Oh, okay. Okay.
2021.
Okay,
Let's see if I
gotcha.
can find it.
Gotcha. Well, I first heard of him through actually Horror and Hellfire, believe it or not, because he covered at one point the Greylock tapes, which is something that we covered on one of her streams a couple of times, and that was a series that we covered for about a month or two, I think it was, and that's how I found out about him. Was she had mentioned that he had covered it before, and that's why she had watched his coverage of it and thought that it was really cool, so she did it herself. But that was so much fun to do, by the way. If you haven't already, go subscribe to Horror and Hellfire. She's the best. But yeah, that's how I first found out about Wendigoon, was because of that. But you can't listen. I'm sorry, but that's like trying to gatekeep the commentary community. I'm sorry, you can't. It's damn near impossible to do. You cannot No, you can't.
You can't stop someone from uploading a certain type of content.
Exactly. And you get all
Oh,
bitter.
you guys should do one just to fuck with him. I didn't say that, but if I did say that, what I would say is, you guys should do a horror narration and be so serious and just post it randomly. Because what's he gonna do? Look, we don't even make this kind of content, but we did it.
Get NJ
just to
on
fuck
it.
with you.
Get Nerdy John on it. That'd be great. He totally do it too. Oh my god.
Has demonstrated so far in his career that he should not be welcomed in our spaces.
It all just reminds me of Hassan saying the word cracker isn't racist and then repeatedly using it in the most racist way possible.
Crime of using the C word, cracker. Did I say,
True.
oh my god, saltine cracker? Like, people are just bitter because it's saltine cracker. That's not what I said, you dumb cracker bitch.
Cracker this.
Don't even get me started on Hassan. Just don't. Just don't.
Yeah, for
I mean,
real.
if you guys want to get your channel canceled one day, we could totally discuss the merits of the word cracker as a slur or not slur. That would be fun. It'll be great.
I think that
No?
that would have to be a recorded episode, possibly. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I think
thinking.
even as a recorded episode, what would we have to say? Yeah, I mean, say it if you want to, don't if you don't, and some people are going to be mad about it. The end.
Yeah, I'd have to say that would have to probably be another video. I'm just possibly. My spidey sensors are telling me that might need to be a video, and a very careful video at that. It would, yeah, we'd have to be very careful with that one.
I know what we could talk about next time we stream fucking Saints Row, GG.
Okay, I would like to point out that my point is this is not a topic that we would talk about. And also, I really like crackers. As someone with stomach problems, saltines are a regular staple in my house that is appreciated and necessary.
Oh, well, there you go.
So,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Yeah.
Not big on Ritz, though. I really wonder about people who like Ritz, like as a snack.
Really?
Okay,
Oh,
for me,
because-
the best way to have Ritz is with a little bit of like the garlic sausage and marble
Ooh.
cheese.
Oh yeah, true. Very true.
You make little
Yeah,
sandwiches.
but now we're
Yeah.
adding things. Now we're making adult Lunchables, and I love also known as a Persian
You're
charcuterie,
not
but adult
wrong.
Lunchables. But
Yeah,
the thing
you're
about
not wrong.
and I know this is me. My thing with Ritz is the fact that they're kind of sweet is like
That's what
not
I
what I
love
want
about
in a
them.
cracker.
Really? They're
Oh,
more
wow.
buttery to me. But I can
Yes,
see that.
butter is also kind of sweet, but like
Oh yeah.
I don't
well,
know.
I don't know. I guess it
Something
it
about
just
the Ritz
depends.
specifically.
Yeah. Oh, by
Is,
the way,
is it just the original you don't like? Do you like the cheddar ones? Or are they even
Ooh, I have
sweeter?
not tried the cheddar ones. I didn't know cheddar
Ooh.
ones existed.
thank you for the
not
subscription,
cheddar.
Christopher Goodwin. Appreciate it. And
Hey,
Hey,
Shaniqua,
let's
give
go.
like a...
Shaniqua. Hey, congrats on 420. Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
let's
420
go.
blaze it.
We have 420 subs. Let's
Hit the
go. Let's go.
Hey.
Oh, that's great. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Only 80 more to go, guys. 80 more to go.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right.
Cracker that. All this talk of crackers is making me hungry, but I don't want some sugary snack. Good thing I have a magic spoon.
Magic spoon.
Oh, good lord.
Okay, I'm sorry, Willie. I'm glad that you got magic spoon. But we're gonna have to fast forward there, good sir. I'm sorry. Glad that you got that sponsor.
I do like that Destiny makes his viewers watch the ad. I'm not saying we should. We're not gonna. But I like that he does it because Destiny does it with impunity. He's like, fuck you, we're watching the ad. And so, like, I just walk
Oh.
away if I'm for that. Yeah. Or I will, yeah, but he does. But because I think he went over, Destiny covered Willie's video on Hassan. Of course he did. He covered one of the Hassan videos. Yeah, so he played Willie's ads in those. And that makes sense because also Destiny's audience is huge. So
True.
it is like a pretty big difference whether
Yeah.
or not Destiny streams it. So
True. Well, and also, it's not that, it's a bad
Lots
ad
of
or anything. It's
multi-grain
just that
wheat
it's not that it's bad or the ads that he gets and the, stuff like that or the promos that he gets is all well and good. Fully support this man 100%. But it's just that I've noticed that quite a few streamers like kind of go past the ad because they just want to, don't want to impede on it, I guess is the best way to put it. So that's what I've done too. So, and Willie's is the one that he mostly get ads for, but I'm sure that there are others that we've watched too that have gotten ads, but yeah, so I just skip over it.
Thank you, Magic Spoon, for sponsoring this video.
Nobody even wants you here.
Sure.
True.
I need that
Frank,
as a button.
Filthy Frank coming back, bro. That I love that song. That song is the best. Oh, that song is great. Nobody wants you. I love that song.
In Praise of Shadows, also known as Zane, is a horror movie review YouTuber. He loves focusing on the political analysis of film and relating everything back to being left-leaning, which is fine, it's his content, but it does come off as a bit cringe at times. He reviewed The Hills Have Eyes.
This is a film about cannibals killing and eating a family who...
Okay, this literally also broke my brain. His description of this movie alone, oh my god. How on God's green earth do you, how do you, listen to this, guys.
who get lost on their summer vacation. And psychologically, most when they watch this will be on the side of the vacationing family, and wish for them to survive and make it out and get back home. And why is that?
It's because they're cannibals.
Because if you look at this from the perspective of the Hill people, they are only defending what is theirs, this land that they call home. To say that the Hill people and the New Yorkers are of the same nation would only be true in the strictest definition, in that they happen to live within the same borders, but culturally, they couldn't be more different. The Hills Have Eyes is a clash of when you take two types of people who hold absolute contempt for one another, and then you proceed to call them both American and equals.
He had the balls to compare a fucking movie to January 6th and
Yeah.
Who supposedly have the same opportunities at birth.
Oh, my bad. I guess it's about BLM in January 6th. He ended up getting memed on quite a bit for this video, with the top comment saying, "This video, the family had a flat tire and momentarily tried to retrieve their lost dog. So who's the real murdering cannibalistic rapist here? It was self-defense. I don't know. It's weird to say someone's invading your land when all that happened is they crashed their car and went looking for their lost dog."
Thank you.
Okay, well, hold on.
Thank
Listen,
you.
If somebody came into my lawn and then, released their dog in my yard, I could see being pretty mad about it. So, he has a point.
Oh my god. Yeah. Hill person just tipped 420. Oh Jesus Christ.
Yeah. 420, let's go.
So who's going to explain to this failed abortion with the preschool degree? Okay, thank you, Pidgey. That's already you. I already know it. That's 100% you. And your apology with the preschool degree and your apology that the Hill people are based on the real-life Scottish clan of Sawney Bean? What? Oh, mixed with a little bit of Texas Chainsaw Massacre and not an allegory for Native Americans. Oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you, Pidgey. Appreciate that. Jesus. I only had to read, the first, couple of words and I already knew it was Pidgey. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Pidgey. Appreciate it.
And as he falls to the ground, the symbol of inherited generational wealth, education, and power stands over his already dying body and stabs him repeatedly in the heart. Not to kill him, which at this point is already an inevitability, but to remind him of his place.
Or maybe it was just a kill.
Oh, good lord. The Hills are inbred for 420. Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we go. In praise of baseless accusations, sounds like an even more bored Griffin Gaming. Ooh. And I thought no one would be able to make that happen. Oh, damn. Also,
who's Griffin Gaming? I've never heard of that person.
I'll explain here in a minute. Well, actually, Pidgey and or B-Soms, can one of you give a TLDR on to TG about Griffin Gaming? You guys know about him more than I do. But I don't know a lot about him. I just know enough, I guess. But they know more about him than I do. Also,
I really like that username. The Hills are inbred. I'm taking that. That's mine now.
Also, Out of Denial for Flames needs to be sent to the Shadow Realm alongside Keffels and Tipster. What? Out of Denial for Flames. Jesus Christ.
Can I say, I really love that we have adopted the Shadow Realm as the place where we send people when they leave, when they get kicked out of the community. As a Yu-Gi-Oh fan, it feels really good to me I understand the shadow realms. I theoretically know how to get people out of the shadow realm, but I'm not doing it. You're all staying there. You're staying there forever.
Yep.
You can be whatever gender you want.
Yep.
As long as you stay in the shadow realms.
Um,
Because if you come out here, your gender is lol cow.
Pidgey, or Shaniqua, excuse me, said Griffin Gaming is a young, slightly more retarded Leafy that calls games woke. Yes, that is true. Yes. He's also like, and I don't know.
Still just sounds like Leafy to me, but okay.
But also like, have you heard of Synthetic Man, Gigi?
No.
Oh,
What? Synthetic Man.
Synthetic Man is a whole nother can of worms. Yeah, he's
okay. Wow.
Woo. Yeah.
Someday.
Griffin Gaming
I
is
send
yeah.
people
Thank
to
you.
the Mega Gay Zone.
Thank you, Lee.
The Mega Gay Zone sounds super fun.
Yeah.
Can I say if there was a
Mega Gay Zone.
Do they still have? Because I don't have kids. Do you guys remember Discovery Zone?
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like a thing with kids with like the tubes and whatever. They still have that, like Chuck E. Cheese, but like better, right? Because it was all.
No, they
athletic.
don't have it. No, they don't have him here anymore. But yeah, I remember having that as a kid. Yeah.
So Mega Gay Zone sounds like one of those, but for adults. So there's alcohol and everything's bigger. That sounds great. I would love that.
Oh.
I would pay $35.99 to go to the Mega Gay Zone on a, you know.
333, definitely Pigeon Salad. Hi, I'm Pigeon and I'm a massive doo-doo head. Thank you.
It does sound like him. I do feel like that was correct.
I think that's lies and slander. Or Pidgey may or may not agree. I don't know. No, Pidgey, don't sue. No. Jesus Christ. Oh, I love you.
Where
all.
are you saying Pidgey? There's no Pidgey here. There's only Shaniqua Salads.
True.
Once you let go of a username,
that
it's
is
up
true.
for grabs.
That is true.
No.
True.
As soon as the stream is over, the hills are inbred is going to be mine. Nobody take it from me. You guys were just saying how who did that? Somebody stole somebody from Nicholas Diorio right when he was gonna take it. The username.
Wait, what? What happened?
Yeah, somebody was like, oh, such and such username is available, and Nicholas Diorio like went to grab it, but he had said it on stream, and somebody else on the stream then grabbed it right then. What was this? What story was it? Forget it. My memory is very it has been pointed out to me that my brain works like a bowl for topics, and so when I talk as if everyone understands that I'm going to pick from various parts of the bowl all simultaneously. And it has been pointed out to me that nobody works that way except other autistic people and me. And so I'm trying to be better about it.
That's such a great description. That's such a great description. I love it. Well, that's why we love you, Gigi. All good. Yes, that's why. Yes, you're fine. That's why we love you.
That would be the ADHD mixing in, where like, listen, give me 5 topics. We will talk till tomorrow.
True.
Okay, and I will somehow tie them all back in.
Yep.
It'll be a thing.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
The cannibal that attacked.
Speaking of,
I don't know. Just my interpretation.
This is the last derail. I have to know what was at the end of the chain that Mr. KHuck had found in the forest.
The what?
Yeah.
Wait, what? Wait.
Oh! What did you need the axe for?
I totally forgot about that. Oh my god. I totally forgot
it was a
about
box
that.
Of porno.
No, he never went back.
Old Playboy mags.
He never
went back.
Nope.
We have to know.
Nope.
He has to go back.
Nope. He never went back. Nope. I guarantee you he has forgotten about it until just now. When he hears this later, he's gonna be like, oh yeah, I need to do that.
Okay, to be fair, I kept randomly thinking to ask, like, and I'm not kidding, like, I have been outside with the dogs, and like, I'll see like something metal, I'll be like, oh, I need to remember to ask KHuck about because it randomly, my brain is like, what was in the box? Like, I know that's a meme, but literally, I was like, I kind of just want to know what was in it.
Well,
because even if it was nothing.
TLDR, guys. A couple weeks ago, Mr. Huck made an announcement when I was talking with Gigi and Squatchin one day that he had found a box with a metal chain attached to it, or what he thought was a box. We don't know. But he found a metal chain in somebody's backyard, I guess, as he was exploring. And he came back and told me the all about it and told me the tale. But he has yet to go, because the chain, I guess, was like deep underground, I guess, or something. So he couldn't pull. It was too heavy for him to pull out. But yeah. So he was going to take a metal detector, or thinking about taking a metal detector to said place, but he never did. So, because I guarantee you, he forgot about it again. Like I said, until just now. So
Okay. That was it. That was the last derail. Because if I didn't ask you now, I was gonna forget for the millionth time. It's literally just every other day. You know, it's one of those, like, it's become one of those like random intrusive thoughts. Like, oh, I need to remember to like get stamps or something. It had become one of those.
Yeah, I understand. Okay, all right, here we go.
interpretation. The reason why we're talking about this is because he dropped a 3-hour-long video titled Bad Conservative Horror Movies, which is not about conservative movies at all. The video is split into 3 parts. Part 1 is calling everyone stupid for not agreeing with his Hills Have Eyes review, and blaming his audience's stupidity for his channel dying.
I don't think that most of them have actually even watched it, and I kind of want to look at this, because posting that video was a huge negative turning point in my life, and the way that
No, you don't say, sir. You don't say. Really?
that one video was received has really impacted everything around me. Before that, I was relatively comfortable financially. I could make the kinds of videos that I wanted to.
He's
and
saying,
honestly,
I did a bad video and then people stopped watching me for a little while because they disagreed with it and I'm mad about it, right? That's what he's saying. Sometimes things are so obvious that then I have to state. So, like, he's literally saying, I think my audience is stupid and they didn't like this video. And his audience was like, we didn't like your video, so we're going to stop watching. And he's like confused about it. Okay, just checking.
When was this video that he's blaming his viewership dip? What year was that video?
I don't know. Hold on.
I guess, but it was for the Hills Have. No, that doesn't say anything.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I think it was for the Hills Have Eyes one. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
Okay, when?
When
was the question? Because I was thinking, oh, it must be recent, but it might not be.
I don't know. You know what? Actually, I'm gonna go look.
Because one of his whole gripes here, or like at least in the apology, which I guess you guys will get to, or if you haven't already, right, was that he was upset that his channel had been like on the decline in general, and Willie is here saying his channel's been in the decline since this video, so like how quickly did he go, oh, my channel's dying, it must be Wendigoon's fault? Like that was that's what he did. That was the connection. He went, nobody likes my videos. It can't be because they're bad or I have weird taste.
Today we're going to be talking
2 years ago. So when the COVID watchers were going back to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 years ago was when he made that video. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone had a dip in views back then because things were opening back up.
To work.
Yep.
People were going back to work. Well, they had to do their job instead of watch YouTube all day.
Well, not only that, but I mean, I'm sorry, but in that video, bro, you make a lot of bad takes. I'm sorry, you do.
Me too.
You know?
Damn, KHuck. That's a little harsh.
I don't care. It's the truth. It's like seriously. Only listening to that little bit that we did, right? And Willie's video literally almost broke my fucking brain because I'm like, how? Yeah. Anyway, okay. I could go on and on and on, but I'm not. Okay, let's continue. I'm sorry. I had to back out of this video to go look it up. Sorry. So I didn't mean to do that, but here we go.
Movies at all. The video is split into 3 parts. Part 1 is calling everyone stupid for not agreeing with his Hills Have Eyes review, and blaming his audience's stupidity for his channel dying.
I don't think that most of them have actually even watched it, and I kind of want to look at this, because posting that video was a huge negative turning point in my life, and the way that one video was received has...
Well, I guarantee you that people are probably going to watch that full video now, but not in a good way.
I'm mad now.
But not in a good way.
I'm blaming you for everything.
You're not going to get good attention from it. No.
Okay, you got, but my thing with his reaction to like, oh, I posted this video and it had a negative turning point in my career, and I say this as somebody who's like, will call me a budding creator, but my understanding is, like, that's kind of what's supposed to happen. Like, in theory, if I put out a video and people like it, I get more subscribers, and if I put out people who don't like it, I will get less subscribers. And at that point, I get to decide, okay, do I want to keep making more videos like this and hope that eventually they find an audience, or do I want to change directions? So it's like he's blaming like one thing when even I, who do not make video like any, because he's saying he does this for a living, right? Like that's part of the issue here. He's like a professional YouTuber.
Supposedly, yes. Yeah.
So, like, shouldn't you be aware? How is your channel declining over the course of 2 years? And as Scotchin pointed out, like 2 years during which you know that there's just a general decline in viewership across the board, no matter what, and not,
you know what,
adjust,
right? Exactly,
or something.
I've said this before, right? Like, I sometimes kind of, sort of regret to a degree that I didn't start making content in 2020, because I probably would have been pretty well at it, you know, or at least I would hope I would have been. But then again, you know, the stars aligned the way that they did, and I came on when I did, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But I've heard of like different people, like different streamers, or even just not just streamers, but content creators in general, who made flipping bank in 2020. Because and again, it makes perfect sense because everything was going on with COVID. People were locked down. You know, it makes total sense. But you can't blame, and I've noticed this with other YouTubers too, not just him. Other YouTubers tend to get an ego when things like that happen. And when they see a decline in viewership, they automatically, not all of them, but some of them do blame their audience. Why would you do that? Are you that dumb? Why? Why would you do that? Why? That makes no sense.
Yeah, I think who was it? Was it I think it was Mudahar who, like, I watched. This is how I've seen clips of this. He was talking about how people really need to stop thinking of YouTube as a job, because the people who are going to be able to do it as a job are very few and far between.
Exactly.
And there's a reason for that. And like beyond everything, beyond the work, beyond like everything that goes along with making content, like a lot of people just don't realize like all the other benefits that like more traditional style work can get you, that might be what you're trying to get out of the online space that is unrealistic to be in the online space, right? Like I've said, I don't want to be like a full-time creator or anything like that, not just because it's not my passion, but because also I would be very uncomfortable with like not a steady source of income, not health benefits, like that somebody else is managing, right? Because even when you work for yourself, you have to manage these things on your own. Like I don't have the executive functioning to make a doctor's appointment, much less try to like manage my health plan. You know what I mean? So it's like, and this guy's like he looks young. I don't know how young. I'm guessing like, I don't know, 25 or something. I'm not. I couldn't imagine trying to run a business on my own, support myself, manage all of the things of adulthood at 25 on YouTube money, meaning unstable, flexible, gone at any moment style. Like hopefully he's invested and he has savings, but like realistically, it's something like what, like 70% of Americans have zero savings whatsoever. So like, what are the chances that he will? Is he American or is he one of Scotchins?
I think he's American.
What?
Yeah, he's American. Yeah, he's American because he says
we don't claim him.
Of course he is.
He said
that's what I'm saying.
He's y'all's problem.
He said in the video or in the video earlier that he lives within the same vicinity, if you will, as Wendigoon. So,
oh, that's right. Yeah. He did say that. You're right.
Really
see, there it is. I
Me.
couldn't even
Before
remember that.
I was relatively comfortable financially. I could make the kinds of videos that I wanted to, and have honestly struggled very badly ever since then.
He's like, nobody treats me like a person anymore, despite none of the comments being that bad.
They don't even treat me like a person.
He's so dramatic. Of course you're going to lose viewers if you're going to gatekeep horror movies from everyone who's not extremely left-leaning.
Horror is an intrinsically left, punk, anti-establishment, countercultural art form that is primarily concerned with social issues and pushing boundaries beyond what is deemed acceptable by traditional, more conservative, polite society. There's no other way that you can rationally look at it and still exist within reality.
The vast majority of viewers just want to see the scary thing and hear the scary story. Of course you're going to lose viewers if you talk like a gatekeeping douchebag. He goes on to discredit every other creator.
He does talk like a gatekeeping douchebag.
He does, 100%.
He really does.
Yes.
And he doesn't hear it. And I think I'm starting to gather why that is. Because as he's talking, like he's like, I used to be able to make the videos I wanted and make money. And I was like, I've worked for a living since I was 18 years old. And I don't think I've ever been able to be like, until more recently, where now I'm a little bit more established in my career, right? Where I have freedoms. But when I was like between the ages of 18 and 32, yeah, no, I never did what I wanted. It was what the company wanted, what my boss wanted, and not just what they wanted, how they wanted it, when they wanted it. That's a job. Yeah, that's a job. That's working.
Right.
So like
no.
his whole, I used to be able to do what I want, like that. Great for him. What a privilege. But like, how are you missing the part where it is a privilege and a luxury that is not afforded to 90% of humans?
I have no idea. I don't know. That again, like I said earlier, unfortunately, not with all YouTubers or even Twitch streamers. I'll even say that, or Kick streamers or whatever.
KHuck's about to say everyone's entitled. Everyone clip it for when she becomes an entitled streamer.
No, not gonna happen. No. Let's just say that but no, my thing is that with some content creators, right? And it's like I said earlier, once they get a taste of what success is, they either thrive off of it, make it into something, or they let their egos get the better of them, and then you see them downfall, and then they wonder why. It's either one of the two that I've seen happen anyway, or they just completely disappear. Either one, But again,
which is fine. Yeah. Like we really need to stop treating like regular work like it's a dirty. Like it's fine if you make content while you were in your whatever younger days, and then you move on to a job with more stability and perks that can give you like I couldn't imagine trying to support a family on unstable money. You know what I mean? Like kids and all that kind of stuff. Like because and that's why a lot of people don't do this, can't do this if they, in a situation where they have to support a family. Right. And I don't think it should be looked down upon. Also, some people are boring, so not everyone can make content to begin with. Like, I just dislike the disdain with which a lot of YouTubers talk about what most people do. Like work, regular work.
Yeah, no, I've had a regular job now for quite a while. I've been working literally since I was like 17 off and on, but I've had a consistent job now with where I'm at for quite a while, so I can't imagine like not doing something, like not working or not trying to stay busy or whatnot. I could not be a stay-at-home mom. There ain't no way. No.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like if I had like a passion for something, and maybe that's his point. Like if I was like, oh, I'm a dancer and I'm going to do everything to be a dancer. But a lot of times that comes with a lot of sacrifice in different ways also. I agree. Like you have to be the whole starving artist period is a real thing for a reason, because you're supposed to pay your dues in some way, in theory.
Yeah, that's true.
So
speaking of, I'm kind of looking for a hand to figure out how to use OBS. Well, Reese, you picked the right person. I will be more than happy to show you anytime that you want, or when I can, I should say. Just shoot me a message if you ever want. If I can help you out, I will. That's fine. By the way, guys, we have a special guest once again. You want to say hi?
We do.
You want to derail the stream again? You already did it anyway. Go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead.
Don't make me laugh. It hurts.
Well, you did it to yourself.
Oh.
Can he hear us?
No, not yet. No, he can kind of. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Hi, everyone.
Tell him. Hi. I know you're injured and like whatever, but seeing as how KHuck already told us you're fine, I have needs and demands.
Gigi has needs and demands from you, from him, or from me.
Have questions.
Oh, you have.
It was going to be a request, but I've decided that
they have a question for you. They have a question for you. Hold on, I gotta give. Hold on, derailment. Hold on. I have to give you the headphones.
Give Mr. Huck the headphones. Let him hear.
Go ahead.
Hi everyone. Go easy on me. I just got back from urgent care.
I will not go easy on you
They have
because
questions for you.
I've
Yes,
just
we will.
learned that this should have been handled, and you have not handled it. I need to know what's in the box in the forest with the
The
chain.
chain of the chain.
I'm sorry. When you said I need to know what's in the box, I was like,
I know, yes, but I do need to know what's
How
in
did
the
you
box.
find that box?
My mind went there. An update on that. I did trace it down, and I spent about 15 minutes
Oh, you
digging.
did? Oh, okay. You didn't tell me
And
this.
I got to the very end, and there was a net that was very long, deep into the woods. I'd say about 15, 20 feet back. And my metal detector told me there was a large steel object underneath my feet by about 8 inches. And I went 10 inches deep, and I could not find anything. So, I don't know. Yeah, it is really weird. And honestly,
Interesting.
I decided not to pursue it any further. But for those of you wondering what I'm talking about, I found
They
in a
already
tree.
know.
Well, not everybody knows,
Yeah, I already told the story.
but it just really seemed bizarre. So I investigated. Why haven't I played Fortnite
Nick,
with
Nick,
the gang?
just
Hold on,
tell
somebody's
them-
asking me a question.
Just
Anyway, yeah, so, I mean, nothing. There could be something deeper underground, but the ground was really hard that day. I wasn't able to get any deeper than that. And to answer your question, by the way, nobody's invited me to play Fortnite, but I would gladly join and play with anybody if they invited me. I haven't played it in about 10 years, though.
Oh, I thought you said you didn't like it.
Fortnite's been
I
around
don't-
that long?
I remember
Yes.
playing it on the Xbox 360. I won't do any.
27.
You didn't make up your mind.
I won't play any of the ones that have building in it. I don't like that part of it. but,
Yeah, no build only.
No, they did. We do, or they do, or I haven't played it forever, but I've done no build.
I
all of you
uninstalled.
have my gamer tag. If anybody ever wants to,
I
I'm
haven't
always looking
played,
for
and I'm
people
still
to
part
play.
of the Fortnite
Oh,
crew.
well, then never mind. You need to make up your mind because last time you told me you didn't like it.
At this point, I'd just love to have people to play with. I'm looking for a new Destiny 2 clan, too, by the way.
Aww.
So, if anybody has a clan
I've
in
just
Destiny
started
with
playing
an opening,
Destiny.
oh yeah, well, you should invite
I
me.
don't have a clan though. I'm clanless.
Uh,
I have no home.
Are you done now?
That's not good. Well, you should send me an invite, and I'll help you out if you ever need help with anything.
You done now?
Oh, for sure. I gotta send you
Ooh.
my my
got-
stuff.
Who is that spoke that, by the way?
Squatching, probably.
What do you think?
Watch it.
Squatching. Okay.
Squatching. Forgot
Can you
about
not
me
tell
already.
Squatch and I apart?
What type
We
of
don't tell
what type of drugs they got you on?
No,
for that
he
shit?
can barely tell
Ooh,
himself
I want
apart.
some.
No,
Share.
I did,
Now we can be best friends.
I did take some things. They told me, they gave me some muscle relaxers. And I did take one, so I am a little loopy. So, yes. But no, I was really
You should get some rest.
I can't sleep, though. I am really disappointed I didn't find anything at the end of that. I thought about going back out there maybe one day to try and dig deeper, but knowing my luck, I'd hit a power line or something and knock out power in the whole
Oh,
neighborhood.
probably. Call before you dig.
Yeah, call before you dig.
Call before
Is
you
a
dig.
good rule.
We gotta get back to the stream.
All right, well, my wife is making me give it up, but, you know, thanks for checking on me and asking, and I'm going to go sit my happy butt down and play some Destiny until I pass out in my own bowl of drool.
Yeah, go take it easy.
Sounds good.
Rest
So
up.
I'm going to be looking for that Fortnite and Destiny invite. If I don't get it, I'm going to be offended now.
Okay, well, then thank you. Thank you. We're glad you're okay. Thank you.
I'm not
Appreciate
okay. I hurt all over.
You're fine.
They told me my wife I need to get a lobotomy
You're
for my
fine.
wife.
You'll be okay. They told you what?
I need to get a lobotomy for my wife.
Yeah, that's what he says to me when he calls me. They told me I need a lobotomy. I'm like, oh well, damn.
No, for my wife.
No, you're not getting it from me. No. Get out of here. Jesus Christ. Mr. Huck, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. There you go.
Indeed. I was going to say, you know, I'm getting a vision of what it's like to live in your house and
It's
enjoy
chaotic.
my peace and quiet. Yeah. Enjoy my peace and quiet quite nicely right now.
You're enjoying your peace and quiet right now. Yeah, cherish it.
Yeah,
we are
yeah.
Yeah,
thankful.
exactly. Cherish it, embrace
Bluff.
it. Yes, yes. That's oh my god. But no, I
No, it
wouldn't
sounds
trade
like
for the
it sounds
world.
like fun. It sounds like fun, but like
Yeah. No, I get it.
I want to leave the carnival at some point. Is how I feel.
True. No, and that's fair. That's totally fair. So, okay, let's continue. Okay.
Creator who doesn't apply his same politics to their analysis.
Folks constantly talk about the political undertones of my videos, but horror is an unabashedly political genre that is concerned directly with issues facing the current society. And if you're in the horror space and you don't regularly acknowledge this foundation as a challenge to power, then I just assume you're in it for the money, or that you don't actually care, or you're just really bad at your job. And if that makes you uncomfortable or upset that I often do that in my videos, that's probably a good thing.
It's a very pretentious video that only becomes more unself-aware when he starts to complain about the drop in viewership hurting his ability to pay bills.
There was a month last year where I only made $500 in ad revenue. I can't
Only $500, you guys. Now, okay. To be fair,
If only.
that is a lot of, that is, $500. I'm not going to lie. It's not something to sneeze at, right? $500 is $500. That's a good amount of money. But to complain about that it's only, get it? Only $500. It needs to be more. It should be more. Bro. Like, he is so entitled, it's not even funny. It's like, why? I don't
And
know.
it's just it's very upsetting to me because it's like, he doesn't appreciate it because he doesn't know the luxury that it is to have those freedoms to do what you want to do and all that kind of stuff. Also because he's a younger person, also he doesn't yet have a family. Like, a lot of times there's people who want to create stuff and they can't because they still have to maintain the job and have to split their time, right? And he's like, oh, well, I can't do whatever I want and still make money. And it's a little bit like, yeah, there's always sacrifice is a thing. No matter what you do, if it's worth having, it requires you always pay the toll somewhere. You can't somewhere you're gonna pay the toll.
No, that's true. That's very, very true. Yeah, I agree. All right.
live off that. The amount of times that I've almost had to stop making videos since then has been almost monthly. I've barely been able to keep this afloat. I've paid my rent late most months for the past year.
Now let me get this straight. This guy isolates his viewers that aren't on the extreme left, tells them to leave and that horror isn't for them, and then cries when his viewership goes down. You can't make this up. But you know what? I still kind of feel bad for him. Living paycheck to paycheck is hard. Trying to go full-time on YouTube is also hard. But I fail to show any empathy when he's continually shooting himself in the foot, and then he's turning down sponsors.
I, as a blanket rule, have never accepted gifts or sponsorship for my work, even though I get a constant stream of email offers about them.
This guy is just...
That's a you problem.
That is
sir.
a you problem. Yes,
That
exactly.
is so weird to even say.
Thank you.
That's like,
thank you.
because now he's also saying, not only am I ungrateful for the ability that I have to do this thing, he's also now saying, and also you're also only going to pay me in like the exact way that I prefer, so that I can keep some kind of like weird moral superiority. To what exactly? Like,
right.
without
Exactly.
advertisers, none of this is possible for anybody.
Why would you say that? Like, is that just some type of brag that you're trying to say, or some like oh yeah, I get all these sponsors, but I don't take them though. Guys. I get emails left and right about wanting sponsors. Y'all would kick my butt. Question my if and when
Not a lot, because like there are sponsors that I wouldn't take in theory.
Well, yeah,
for it to
no,
ever-
I get that. That's what I was just getting ready to say. Yeah, it would depend on who it is, right? Like, but again, I understand like not wanting to get sponsored with like a company that you're not sure about, whatever it may be. That's totally fair. But what I'm saying is that if I got offers for a sponsorship with like good companies like Meta PCs or Magic Spoon or something like that, right? And they were companies that I knew had a good reputation, and I didn't take them, I think that Squatchin' and Toxic and everybody else would be like, okay. They would kind of give me side eye. They would give me side eye, and rightfully so.
Major side eye.
Yeah, rightfully so.
You did, everyone mocks the Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship for reasons, and I can understand those reasons.
For reasons.
But if I'm a struggling, a small creator, I'm trying to make it to the point where being a creator is sustainable for me in my situation. Like, I would probably take a Raid Shadow Legends, until I get to the point where I don't need to anymore. Because, like, yeah, it's a stepping stone. Like, they're the ones willing to pay for it. They certainly are willing to sponsor smaller creators. You, at least for the most part, unless certain allegations are true, allegedly in Minecraft, you will get paid for it. Like, it's weird to, like, you know what I mean? It's like the same people who'll be like, oh, I won't, like, sell my art on Etsy because it's a separate platform or something like that. Like, I get it. I'm not saying I even necessarily disagree with it. It's just also, like, how do you get to the point where you can make better policies for other people if you never make it there? And sometimes making it there means doing a thing that maybe you don't 1,000% believe in. Also, I'm saying 1,000%. Like, like I said, if it's a weird one or you're unsure, if it's like really like, if it's like a lolicon or something, you're just like outright no, then fair enough. But I feel like he's probably turning down things like Raid Shadow Legends, for example, which I feel like every creator I've ever watched ever has done Raid Shadow Legends.
And Reese brings up right.
HelloFresh.
Yeah,
BetterHelp was another one.
The only people who play Raid Shadow Legends are the YouTubers that have sponsored by them. I mean, yeah. I mean,
which is fine. Which is totally fine because they should make their money. Everyone knows the game's been out for a long time, So like, it works out. We see the Raid Shadow Legends ask. None of us download it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Or we do if our guy asks us to for about 5 minutes to help them out, and that's it. Like you know what I mean? Like it's fine.
Yeah.
I don't like his whole demeanor is so.
It's cocky.
Elitist.
It's arrogant. It's self-inflating. It's like, no, dude. It's all bad. If I knew
I'm
this guy,
too good to be a regular YouTuber. That's what it is.
If I knew this guy not only more regularly as a content creator, but in real life, oh my god, I would no. I'd be yelling at him on a regular basis. There ain't no way. No.
Just a
type of guy
artist.
doesn't
He's
listen.
better than us.
Either way, you sadly became full of yourself,
Clearly.
running over your poor artist soul and drowning in self-pity.
But it does seem a little tone deaf to cry to your audience about bills while you're leaving money on the table. He spends.
Thank you.
Yes, exactly that.
Exactly. Why? Again, like I said, what is the point? And it's not just him that does this. Other YouTubers have done this too. What is the point in bringing up, again, that you have all these offers for all this money, but you deny it and then claim that you're poor, and then bitch and moan that you're poor, that you can't,
It's so
that you're,
weird.
it's like, what is the fucking point? What is the point? To get attention? Do you need that much attention in your life to get what? It's
Is he
Some
trying
people
to
are
brag that
people,
he
though.
isn't a sellout?
yeah, thank you.
Is that what he's trying to?
I don't know at this
to do
point.
here?
I have no idea.
I feel like I have seen this though. Like, my mom used to do a thing where, like, if we ate at a place and she didn't finish her meal, she would give it, and there was a homeless person, she would just have them wrap it up and give it to the homeless person. She's like, I'm definitely not going to eat this. It's like most of the meal, whatever. And I'm very weird about that because on multiple occasions, the homeless person is offended by it, right? And I'm like, I see both sides of that, but that's very much what this feels like to me. You know what I mean? Like, on the one hand, if you're saying you're hungry, shouldn't you eat? But on the other hand, clearly there's a level that you are apparently not willing to lower yourself to. And I don't know that I have a position on that. My mother's position has always been, well, clearly they're not that hungry, and that's fine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is my mother is a snob, I will say. But so that's a little bit I feel about that. But, so, and that's what it feels like here. Like, I'm starving, please feed me. Okay, here's a sandwich. No, I don't want a sandwich, though. Like, make me a steak.
Yep.
the rest of the video pearl clutching. A guy wants the horror movie Abigail to gross more than Civil War, and that's somehow fundamentalist Christian language.
This is the kind of language that fundamentalist Christians use, and we are subjecting people to listening to it in relation to a moderately decent movie about vampire children eating people. But it really is that kind of Orwellian fascist idea.
A character live streams in a horror movie, and the chat says the F slur.
The comment section that is on screen at all times constantly uses slurs, including the word multiple times. From what I can tell, neither Shepherd nor Savage are actually queer, but I can't find conclusive evidence.
What does that fucking matter?
Does it matter if they're queer?
What does that fucking matter? What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do? Oh my god.
Like, what is he
what does, oh my god, what does that have to do with anything? What,
To say that 100%.
Tarantino movies say the N-word and he isn't black. Is this an R-rated piece of media or not? Let's face it, we all know if the lady from Halloween was streaming, some asshole would be in the comments calling her the F slur. A film director...
True! So true.
Many an
true.
N tower.
Yes, many an N tower. I agree. Yes. Yeah. It's
says he doesn't
Oh,
care
that
about
was the
COVID,
other thing I was
insane
gonna say.
racism, wanting to kill...
The fact that he's that person means his community is this kind of way, right? Because he's created an environment where it's okay to be like this. So, like, part of the reason he's acting like this is because he knows if he doesn't act like this, his own community will eat him alive. But that's literally his fault.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Because, like, if
Oh,
I do a
God.
Raid Shadow Legends ad
Reap what you
on,
sow.
Mm-hmm.
on my channel, and somebody in my audience is like, well, fuck you for doing that. And I'm like, listen, I understand how you feel. Peace and love, there's the door. And that's not me being like, I don't want you here. That's me being like, I stand by this decision. I hear what you're saying, and I'm going to do this thing. And if you don't agree with it, I respect that choice. But he's not coming about it that way. He knows if he did a Raid Shadow Legends, his own community would roast the fuck out of him.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Oh, yeah. Yeah. They would be, because they would call him a hypocrite, and they would be like, you're a sellout, you're this, you're that.
sellout.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly. Well, yeah. Because he had to go and open up his big flipping mouth and say, I don't need sponsors, and, I get all these offers, and, yeah. That's exactly what would happen. 100%.
You've also seen a
All
lot
of
of
his-
creators specifically do that thing where they go, where now, which I didn't used to hear before, a lot of creators will just say that. Will just be like, listen, this is what I'm covering. This is my take. This is how I'm covering it. If you don't like it, A lot of them are very rude about it, actually. Destiny's really rude about it. I've heard Chud be kind of rude about it. Like, people are just like, listen, I think people are starting, and maybe this guy maybe he doesn't know that he did this, are starting to understand that whoever watches you is a little bit your fault. At least. They're a little bit your fault. Sorry. Because you did that. You put these people together. They're here because you spout a rhetoric that they agree with, I guess. And so then when they call you out on it, of course.
Yeah,
it's very that.
Exactly. Pidgey for 420. So let me get this straight. And or gay. Hold on. Let me get this straight. And or gay, sir. Oh my God. So you're fine with cannibals murdering, raping, and eating innocent people, but you draw the line. You draw the line to chatter in a movie calling somebody a slur. Really? Thank you, Pidgey. Took the
It
words
is
right out of
weird.
my mouth.
That is a weird
Yes,
line to draw.
Exactly. Thank you, Pidgey. That's 100%.
Is that the real Pidgey though? Because
it is. It is.
I heard there's some imposters.
It is Pidgey.
I don't know.
I don't know. there are always Pidgey imposters.
It.
Poor Pidgey. There's always Pidgey imposters. But no, this one I believe it is from Pidgey, and I'm fairly certain it was from Pidgey, so I'm gonna say with like 95% certainty. So yeah, there you go.
No, I'm gonna say it was JFA just to.
Oh, JFA! Oh, we need to have him come back. That was so much fun. We need to. I know it's only been like a couple weeks, but JFA needs to come back. I know, right? Oh, I love JFA.
See, I know what return guest I'm waiting for on the Cutcast. For no particular reason.
Matt Pitt?
No. What?
JFA?
No. Who? How could we not know who I'm waiting for? Well, if you guys can't think of it, I'm not gonna tell you.
Primmick?
No.
Well, he never came on in the
stop.
first place.
No, this is someone you've had on before. You should know who it is. You should know.
Okay.
Uh, you
You'll
gotta give
think
me more
it'll come
context
to you.
than
You can
that.
play the video.
You gotta give me more
Nope,
context.
you'll figure
than
it out
that.
or you won't. No, because if I say the name and then you have him on, he will have been warned. So this is better.
I'm so confused.
You didn't see anything. I'm putting Penguins of Madagascar. This is not the Jedi you're looking for. The video.
Madagascar?
Squatchin, do you have any idea who she could be talking about?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Let me look here.
Okay.
Please.
I'm not trying to put words in his mouth, but at least to me, when I read that, it seems that he is implying that he did not care if his employees got COVID under his command and possibly died, so long as the product continued to get made and that he could get even more wealthy.
This tweet was made in 2022. Nobody cared about COVID anymore in 2022. A director was a guest on Ben Shapiro, so that means he's a Nazi.
One of his biggest
Of course it does. Of course it does.
I
Because-
cared about COVID in 2022.
So did I. I still care about it. Well, not to the degree that it like in going into mass hysterics. No, but
I would like another lockdown and to
It's-
stay home for
I've
a
heard
full
that
year.
before, too.
More
But-
Serb would be
Oh.
dope.
Hey, Hellfire! He is not one of us horror community peoples. He does not go here. True. True.
Does he even
True.
go here?
No, yeah, I know you don't, Hellfire.
Is
I
it
know
Bunny?
for a fact you don't. Is it Bunny?
Gigi? Is it
No,
Bunny?
no, not Bunny. Although I do like her, and you guys should have her on again. But
It
that's not
is
who
a-
I was thinking of.
Is
no.
it a male?
It is a male.
Okay.
It's always a male.
Okay.
Is it
That's who catches
Boblax?
my ire.
And we've had him on.
No, but I
before.
also love him. You should have him on again too.
We've had him on before.
Is it not?
You're naming quite a lot of people, huh?
Is it Reese?
I mean, it's always Reese in the back
True.
of my mind, even when I don't know it. So
True.
yes,
Is it, Knox?
it's a certain small furry creature
Knox?
who
Knox
has
Alive?
allowed me to get a couple of really good clips for my Twitter.
Certain
This is the
furry-
context.
What?
Otendo?
My goodness. I'm deeply upset that you guys are forgetting about my greatest win
yes, it's
ever.
beavers,
my
beavers,
magnum opus.
beavers.
You know,
It
when
just
you
clicked.
said Madagascar, I was going to make an Africa joke
It's beavers.
in honor
Okay,
of,
it
of our
just-
dearest beavers.
that clicked. Okay, there we go. Beavers. Okay, yeah. I mean, if you'd be
I
willing
neither
to, sure.
confirm nor deny, but I can say we will stop guessing. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay. I should have thought of. I should have known it was beavers as soon as you said.
Is it lamp?
should have known
It's
it was-
lamp.
It's
Lamp.
lamp. It's
Lamp.
always.
It's lamp.
It's
Lamp is
usually
awesome,
it's always Reese for sure. But actually everyone you
Oh,
named,
yeah.
I
Small
also
furry creature.
have.
Lamp is very fluffy.
you should have on.
Mhm.
Like you've named quite a few of the people that I have, like, I would say particularly enjoyed. Actually, prior to her coming on, Squatchin was also one of my favorites. Now that I think about it.
What do you mean
Um,
was?
Well, because now you're a host.
Oh,
I'm saying
true,
like
true.
as a
I'm always
guest,
here.
as an interviewee.
Mm.
Yours was one of my favorites because I don't
Aw.
think I had really thought about like artists, the artists. I don't want to say
Do
art
not
community.
put
the
me in
artists of-
that community because I have never
No.
experienced
Yeah, how dare
those
you, ma'am.
people.
Yeah, they don't go.
I was
here.
saying-
I am
the
commentary
artist-
that happens to be able to draw.
True.
That's
yes.
where I
So I
sit.
was saying the artist of this community. Y'all are pretty quiet in general, or you were. Now you're getting louder, and I love it. I'm so happy. But I would definitely think that was a big KHuck move for getting more of the art community to come on podcasts and hang
Yeah.
out and stuff.
Yeah, that was fun.
So
That's really.
I think
fun.
a lot of good content has come from that.
Yeah,
I love
absolutely.
Squatchy content. I really like the stuff Empress is doing.
When I
the
make
hockey
content.
stuff.
Well, Empress, Squatchin. I had Eva, Miss
Mhm.
Eva, Mishi the sheep, Shanry.
Mishi.
I've had both
Yeah.
the sheeps. I've had both sheeps. I have.
Mm-hmm.
We
We need to get Cat.
Cat. I've tried. I tried like a way long time ago. She won't do it. She's too shy.
Okay.
Nope, I've tried.
That is the thing about the artists. A lot of them are real cute and shy. Another
Yeah.
reason
No,
why
I
love
would.
it.
Kat is on my bucket list. She is like, I would love to get her. She is on my list forever. Like, that's
Inbred
never
and
going to change. But
unsponsored. Pretty
yeah.
good.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Inbred and
That's a good
unsponsored for 420. Here we go. The mental gymnastics that in praise of Brain Dead is spouting makes sense to no one except to himself or Rain Man. Oh my god. The retardation level is off the charts as well as the hypocrisy. True. Thank you for the 420.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate it.
No,
Thank you.
fully.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Crimes Against Horror to me is that he sat down to be a guest on the Ben Shapiro show. You know, the old 1940s phrase that roughly goes, if you have 10 people and one Nazi willingly sitting down for a meal together, then all you have is 11 Nazis. So, if one film executive sits down with a fascist for a civil conversation, then all you have are 2 fascists being broadcast over the internet.
And this leads into a 40-minute unhinged rant saying Wendigoon, another horror YouTuber, is a fascist along with everyone he's interacted with on Twitter. He says Wendigoon can't analyze horror content because he has money and owns a gun.
I have no need or desire to hear 5 hours of opinions on Blood Meridian from a 21-year-old millionaire who got famous around the age of 19. There are
So he's bitter.
You are such an asshole, bro. Seriously?
Can I say though, this is a thing, and I know. Okay, I'm just gonna own it for this 1 second. In this community, multiple people have called me a crunchy granola SJW, and I contend that part of that is regional. I live in the tri-state area. Like, there's a certain level of SJW inherent in my existence here in particular. Not that I don't agree with it, but some things I agreed with right away, and other things had to be pressed upon me, let's say. So, like, you guys have been on the call with me. You guys will hear me say things like, oh, I don't use XYZ because of some chemical that somebody in California has decided has cancer in it. And the number of times I get roasted for shit like that is wild. So there's a part of me that understands where he's coming from as far as that. The problem is he brought it to the internet, and the internet is lawless. But what's awful is that if in real life, like in a lot of places in New York, a lot of people will be like, yeah, no, of course, 100% agree. It's just how it is.
Oh, God.
So, like,
no. I just...
Yeah, I hate to break it to everyone, especially on this side of the community, but there are very real, very large centers of people where, like, we all think this way, essentially. We all function this way. Yeah, like, you cannot say
no way.
anything political in a space ever. It's a whole thing.
Well,
like,
but
yeah.
But no, he's just exhibiting, but in this case, he is just exhibiting bitterness, jealousy, pettiness, all of it, in that short and sweet sentence of his. He's just, oh my God, how can he be this dumb?
But the reason why it's relevant there is because he's directing it at Wendigoon, not because of anything except the labels, right? So in New York, it is enough to hate somebody just because they're a Republican. Not even like specifically a Trump the supporter, not even like specifically in favor of Amendment 2 or whatever it is. Like, you say I'm a Republican or you say I'm a Christian, you are dead to some people right then and there.
Yeah, true.
Period. Doesn't matter.
That's really
and
sad,
so
though.
and it's
That's
very
really
that.
sad.
I don't disagree, but I understand it from the perspective of there's a reason why it is that way. Like, there's so many cultures here, like you almost have to take a stance of believe whatever you want and we're just not going to talk about it for the most part. So he directed it at Wendigoon because he went, oh, this person is a Republican, this person is wealthy, this person is white. That is the trifecta. They are a demon. I can come after them and people will support me. Not on the internet, bro. I hate to break it to you. But it's very I work in media, and I don't know how many times I've put together like a presentation or a slide or something, and somebody has said to me, listen, this is not going to play well in Kansas. To which I say, fuck cares about Kansas? That's why it's fucking Kansas. But I'm not allowed to have that position.
People live in Kansas? There's people there?
Yes, there
apparently.
is.
I'm like, they're called flyover states for a reason. is my opinion, which is so New
damn.
York.
Yeah.
Listen, that is peak. That is peak New York elitist. But to be fair, I've had to make many presentations very bland and boring because of Midwesterners.
Hey, I'm a Midwesterner.
Listen, let me tell you something. One time, I was doing a marketing presentation about Valentine's Day, and do you know what I got in trouble for? Let me tell you what I got in trouble for. I put a picture of lingerie in a store on a slide. Not on a person.
Wait,
not
what?
On a hanger, on the wall. Yeah, they said that wouldn't play in Kansas. And I'm like, because you can't allude to the idea of sex? And they're like, pretty much. And I'm like, it's Valentine's Day. And they're like, yeah, but, babies come from storks or whatever. And I was like,
oh, God, no.
And why are we pandering to this? And,
No.
My early career, I got in trouble a lot for this kind of stuff. But yeah, so, like, yeah, it's how it is. I don't know what to say.
Loving horror for 333. Thank you. Ah, yes. Famous fascist and Nazi Ben Shapiro. The Ash.
Sounds like Gigi was a Wikipedia mod at some point. Almost, basically.
Ash Kennedy. What? I can't. I'm probably saying that wrong. The Ashkenazi Jew did this. Oh my God, no!
Oh,
Ashkenazi.
Ashkenazi. Yeah.
Ashkenazi? Okay, thank you. Ashkenazi Jew did this. Oh my God. Did this dude break into Oh my God. Did this dude break into Rikita's stash?
Probably.
Bro.
On that,
Bro.
almost everyone has a little bit of Ashkenazi Jew in them.
Bro.
Supposedly. Like,
oh my God.
So we're all a little bit Jewish.
If so, then I know where all his money went. Oh my God, bro.
Yikes.
Damn. Damn. I felt that one. Oh my God. Thank you for the 333. Appreciate it. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Some works that fundamentally will not be understood by you, if you are wealthy and have always been upper class your entire life. And this may all sound condescending, but that doesn't stop it from being somewhat true. There are many things that are red flags that we talk about, from the bizarre gun ownership, the flagrant use from my perspective.
Who gives a flying F if he owns a flippin' gun? Oh,
it's so weird. You know what I mean? Like, he said something very plain. Like, he initially said, the first thing he said was, there are things you're not going to understand as someone who's always had money. And it's like, this is a known thing. What does that have to do with anything? Are you implying that only people who have known poverty can care about poor people? Because that's what it sounds like you're saying. You're saying.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. Yeah. It's like, oh my God. Why is he so. This is what kills me too, is that he is just like obsessed to the point to where he's pointing out, like, nitpicking all of these different creators who just so happen to either be for guns or have a picture of them with a gun, like shooting at a range or something. He is, oh my God, he is, who cares?
Yeah, can I say though, this shot right here, this with the two Wendigos is nice. I do kind of like this is a kaleidoscope thing that's happening. Like, granted, part of it is that his shirt is so ugly that it really, like, breaks it up in a nice way, but I mean, I'll give him props for that. I also like the idea that there are two Wendigos versus this one guy.
True.
Of his religion as a shield from criticism, to the belief that he at one point followed many far-right accounts on Twitter, from Kyle Rittenhouse to Parler.
Of course, somebody who owns a gun is going to be supportive of Kyle Rittenhouse. It's a self-defense case where Kyle was found innocent. Of course he's going to be following him. These are the most surface-level observations. He owns gun. Bad. He rich. Bad. I find it funny that earlier in the same video, Discount Noah Samson says this isn't going to be a video.
Lol, discounts Noah Samson.
Discount Noah Samson. I
perfect.
When I got to that part, I literally had to pause and I was just dying laughing because this is so it's perfect.
It's accurate. It's a good one.
It's so
Also,
accurate.
here's the thing. Noah Samson is also very not liked around here. That's the side of the community I was referring to, right? And so to be the discount Noah Samson means people don't even like you as much as they like the regular one, and they don't like him at all. It's great. I love it. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Video just listing off people he hates on Twitter.
I promise that this video is not going to turn into a list of people who annoyed me on Twitter.
It's exactly
Bullshit. That's exactly what this is, bro. This is exactly what. Oh my god. This is exactly what this is. You're bitching and moaning about all of these other people who just so happens to be Wendigoon because he's in the same genre as you, and just you are nitpicking the hell out of him in particular because he has a bigger fan base than you. Cry about it. Cry me a flippin' river. Seriously. Get over it.
Yeah, I really do
know
think
that
it's
this is becoming-
the Republican thing. It's the Republican thing. It's really people just have such a, and it worries me because we're in an election year, as the Vosh situation likes to bring up a lot. Yeah, like there's just people who are going to be like, well, Republican bad or Democrat bad no matter what, and it's like, guys, I hear you, I get it, you know, go team or whatever the fuck, but like there is a good and bad to be had objectively about some things, like, you know, crime bad, helping poor people good. These doesn't. I don't.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Being responsible gun owner,
but,
good.
Right. Thank you.
Family man, good.
Exactly. Like whether who gives a damn whether or not you're a Republican or whether you're a Democrat? Who cares? It's oh my god! It breaks my brain.
Also, I hear Wendigoon is a very nice guy. So also,
yeah, I've heard that too. I've heard that he is you'll see this later on. Like Willie Mac points it out, of course, because you know Willie Mac does his shit. He knows his shit too. He points this out later on. We'll get to it here in a few minutes, I think, or here soon. But yeah, he points it out here later.
Obvious to you as well? In my opinion, there is a regular pattern of behavior there, from supporting Rittenhouse to having multiple ties to other far
Who gives a shit if he
right extremist figures. Wendigoon is very publicly friends with Turkey Tom. They have been seen together on multiple.
Oh no, Turkey Tom catching strays like he hasn't already caught a whole bunch of strays before for other stupid
He's
fucking
been
nonsense.
catching strays since he was fucking 16 years old.
Exactly. Like it's Turkey Tom. Oh no, he's the devil. Let's get him. I don't understand that at all.
You know, I do feel like the Rittenhouse situation, which we will not get into for obvious reasons, a ton, is an interesting one because to me it's almost a marker of whether or not someone thinks for themselves or thinks along party lines.
Yeah.
Or you know, because my whole thing, I obviously live in the tri-state area, which means generally speaking, not super pro-gun, right? But in that case, like he had a trial. He was found innocent, I believe. I don't remember. Like it might be some other more. He was found not guilty.
Yeah,
he was found not guilty. And so regardless of how I might feel about the situation, I stand by the American justice system and the American judicial system. And so and that's the end of the story for me.
Skelly?
You know why?
No.
Because that's
Skelly,
what it is.
What is Skelly doing?
He's about ready to do an end tower. No.
No end towers in
Night,
the chat.
Skelly.
Skelly, I caught you. No. Skelly, I caught you, you butthead. No. Didn't think
You better
I
have been trying to spell Nigeria, you little butt.
Didn't think I was paying attention now, did you, Skelly? Hi, Skelly, by the way.
occasions, and I've seen online mentions that Tom was either at his wedding or at the very least was invited.
When he says Wendigoon is...
Who gives a shit?
He was invited.
Who cares?
Well, see, KHuck, it's to establish that he is a bad person because of the company he keeps. You know, blah, 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 sit at Nazis, more Nazis at the table, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I know you didn't think I would notice, Skelly. Ha! Yeah, too damn bad. I already did. Anyway, no, that's
averted.
That's
That's right. This is a safe space today, Skelly. I'm here. You're not doing N-word.
Oh my god,
I need my
Like Turkey-
New York
like-
sensibilities managed.
Like Turkey Tom hasn't already caught enough crap over the. How long has he been on YouTube now? Like 6 years? He's 22, right? 22, 23?
I think.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. I know that I heard at some point that he's been on YouTube literally since he was like 16 years old. And good for him. All power to him. You know, you've been at this for 6 years. That's incredible. But you know, or yeah, for at the young of age that you were at, you know, which to be honest, let's be honest, there's been younger. Now that we know that there's been younger, but still, that's quite an accomplishment to make at 16. I don't understand.
This is another one, like the Rittenhouse thing, right? Because there's plenty of reasons not to like Turkey Tom. Like he has currently and has had in the past bad takes, in my opinion, right? This happens. But as far as I can tell, Turkey Tom seems like the kind of guy who owns his shit. He tries to do his research when he has gotten something wrong. He's owned up to it. So even if I don't always agree with Turkey Tom's take or politics, there's no part of me that could sit here and like genuinely make a video and be like, you know who's a bad guy? Fucking Turkey Tom. Like something could change tomorrow.
Exactly.
Don't hold me to that.
Exactly.
But there's got to be a degree to where you can go like, I don't like this creator, but that's just because it's not my taste or something, and not they're a bad person.
Exactly, and that's fair. But you don't go after the man or just because of him hanging out with Wendigoon or whatever. Like you don't listen. Turkey, like I said, Turkey Tom has gotten strays from a whole bunch of people. Okay, for some people believe to be valid, most of them aren't, but some people believe that they're valid, and it's whatever. They're entitled to their opinion. But all that man wants to do is just make content and laugh at the internet. That's all he wants to do. Leave the man alone. Leave the turkey alone.
I mean, nah, he gets paid very well. We can fuck with him a little bit. Also, can I just say, I'm for every exposed video on the planet. You want to make an expose of somebody and you have evidence to share it. The problem is, like, what is he showing? He's showing
Nothing.
This guy owns guns. Okay. He owns guns. This guy is a Republican.
And?
Okay.
Exactly. And
this guy
exactly.
is XYZ. Okay, what is like, if you're trying to say something, say that and show me the evidence that supports that. Like, it feels like he thinks he is, but he's making, like, such connections that he's not understanding how these things don't connect. Like, he does not understand that Republican does not equal bad to everyone. Gun owner does not equal bad to everyone.
Exactly.
The worms ate the section of the brain that is responsible for that.
True.
Just so you know.
You know, they're going around, apparently.
Real.
JFK's brother
not
has one.
Turkey Tom, the commentary YouTuber.
Tom has been accused of using the N-word multiple times in private conversations, including these screenshots of text.
Who cares? Okay.
Yeah, but what did Wendigoon say?
Exactly. Like, okay, first of all, yes, is that a bad word to use to some people? Sure. Okay, fine. That is, I don't want to use that because I don't feel comfortable in using it. However, who cares? Who cares? And look at when this happened. This happened 6 years ago. 6 years ago.
2018.
Yeah, 2018. When Turkey Tom was first starting out on YouTube, probably. No, not that long before. I would give Turkey Tom the N-word pass, but only half of it. Why only half of it? Why not the whole thing? Ah, jeez.
That are alleged to be real.
They are real.
I could give him the pass.
In high school will
I could
haunt
give him
them
a
forever.
quarter of the pass, because that's all I have.
No, yeah, that's fair.
And he's also been accused
So
of
there
saying
you
that
have 75%
right
that
now.
are intended for Jews with deep pockets.
Ugh,
That's
tough to
also
say.
true.
Not for this
Hey,
guy, though.
Oh, I did not know that, Pidgey. Oh, okay. So that's why he can only give half. Okay, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
You never asked, that's why you're struggling to pay your bills. Jews with deep pockets, you're welcome to join my Patreon.
Wendigoon is publicly connected to the Internet Historian, and has even appeared in his videos. The Internet Historian publicly said that his birthday was
publicly
April
connected.
20th. It is not, and has only said that as a joke because that is Hitler's birthday.
Okay. Is that it? This guy doesn't explain anything. He just points out one edgy joke these people have
Lol.
said as if that's proof of
Funny
right-wing
weed number.
extremism, and then moves on.
Wendigoon is publicly friends with Donut Operator, and even retweeted a photograph of the two of them hugging. Donut Operator is a gun-crazed, very far-right YouTuber with 4 million subscribers.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to back this up with solid evidence.
His content is very pro-state, pro-cop, pro-gun, and pro-death to people who don't share his beliefs propaganda. For example, one of his videos is
Show me
titled
that.
Predator Takes
Show me where he
Shotgun
said
to
that.
the
I wanna
Face,
see it.
and features a picture of him smiling in the corner of the thumbnail next to an image of a terrified man about to be executed by cops, with the text that reads, head removal.
Did you watch the video? Donut Operator is reviewing a case where a 7-year-old was being harmed, and when the police came in, the guy reached for his gun, leading to his death. Why are you making it sound like you're against this? The criticism from Zane is missing context and is extremely bad faith.
Wendigoon seems very
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
I don't know, guys. Are we allowed to be happy when pedophiles get shot? I feel like it's a
Fuck
questionable.
yeah. You know what?
Right?
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Rosenbaum died doing what he loved. Chasing minors.
Oh.
I disavow.
Oh shit!
I've tweeted that out before. I mean, am I wrong?
No. No.
I'm not saying you're
I
wrong.
mean, didn't he get out of
Quietly
prison
make your
for
video.
that before he went and?
No.
I watched. I watched it happen live, right?
Did you really?
I was watching one of the IRL streamers on the ground, and he was following Rosenbaum chasing down Kyle.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
The footage that they
wow.
used in the trial of him chasing him behind the car and then the shot was the feed I was watching.
Wow, really?
They used, yeah. 2020 was wild.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Well, I think I remember hearing about it when all of that, of course, was going on, but I didn't follow it as closely as like some people did because I for whatever reason I didn't do it. It's not because I wasn't. I don't know. I just for some reason it just slipped by me, but I caught some of the trial.
Well, I didn't follow it because I'm pretty. I'm not gonna say I'm anti-gun because I don't think I am anti-gun, but Sandy Hook in particular broke me in a way where I can't really deal with anything related to guns, especially since that. But also, I'm from Miami specifically, so then Sandy Hook, then followed by Stoneman Douglas. So I'm a little bit like I just can't with the topic.
No, I
personally.
I get it. Yeah. No, I understand that completely. But it's
Oh no, I was, for the record, I was also clarifying for the stream because I know that many things I've said could be taken as she just hates guns. No, I'm just a traumatized individual. I tried shooting a gun once. I shot one time, and literally every news story I've ever seen about like school violence came to my head, and I was like, I don't need to. This is not an activity I need to do.
No,
I'm
I
good.
understand. No, and that's totally fair, and that's totally fine. I get that completely. I think that with me though, I think personally, I don't know why I didn't follow it, but maybe it's because I just didn't really know very much about it or something at the time, but I did follow some of the trial, and the trial was nuts. I just remember all the stories that came out about the trial. The trial was insane. It just as bad or almost just as crazy as, everything going down that night itself. But and then
I say that the images
trigger
of him
discipline
ugly
on the
crying
fucking
were pretty...
prosecutor.
The what?
The trigger discipline on the prosecutor. Like when you hold a weapon, you're not supposed to put your finger inside the trigger guard.
Exactly.
And he was doing that and pointing it everywhere. It was absolutely unreal.
Little finger fucked up.
Yeah.
That's
true.
Pretty much what happened. Yeah. That was all bad. All bad.
Comfortable with a man who makes his living worshipping violence committed by the state. He's a man of no conviction, claiming to be very against the government and for the rights of the people, while at the same time giving a warm embrace to one of the biggest fascist bootlickers on the internet.
The example he used is of a pedophile.
Fascist bootlickers, guys. I'm sorry, but somebody, I think it was Xylee that brought this up, but I know that it's been brought up before. When you throw around the term fascist, it absolutely means nothing. That is why
it dilutes
that term,
the meaning.
Exactly. That is why that term now has been not taken seriously, because it's been thrown around willy-nilly like this. Nope, no pun intended. Sorry, Willie. It's been thrown around like it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. And yes,
I know you just said that, but can I throw it around one more time to say that, like,
no,
what's hilarious?
Go ahead.
No, come on, just the one
it's okay.
time.
Go ahead.
What's
Okay,
hilarious is he's calling someone a fascist while, like, literally being a fascist. Like, every point he has is, this person doesn't think like me, so they shouldn't be in my community, because also they're a fascist. Like, it's such a
yeah,
it's such a pot calling the kettle black kind of thing. But also, the kettle isn't black. The kettle is, like, solidly orange, and he's like, no, guys, look at it, it's black. There it is, being black while being a black kettle. It's crazy. It's so detached from reality, you know?
Exactly. Thank you, Loki. Exactly. It's literally a buzzword. That's pretty much what it is now. That's all it is. You know? Fascist, Nazi,
it's a little bit
groomer,
YouTube's
racist.
fault.
All these words have been
it's
devalued thanks to the overuse of them. Exactly. Yeah. That's pretty much...
It's a little bit YouTube's fault, in my opinion, also, because you know that now apparently you get dropped from the algorithm if you say, if you say anything related to a certain event. I know we've already said it a couple of times, from World War II, led by a certain charismatic leader. If you say that guy's name, if you say the name of the group, if you say... I think you can say, I don't even know if you can say, like, the event itself without the algorithm taking a hit on you. So the idea that we literally cannot talk about historical events and who was in it and refer to them accurately, like, is a problem. That's why people have had to say the word just fascist.
Yeah.
When what they're trying to say is something, like, a little bit lighter than that. Because if I call somebody the H word, I guess, it should be understood that, like, I'm being somewhat hyperbolic. But the word fascist is, like, so much more clinical that it's kind of like, well, you know, if that's fascism, then, you know, the fact that some people think you can't put ketchup on a hot dog is also fascism. And I guess I'm not going to get into that. I know somebody in the chat's going to be like, well, you can't put ketchup on a hot dog. Listen. I have the palate of a 5-year-old, and I will eat like a 5-year-old. Thank you.
Fair. As long as it's not on steak, we're good.
True.
Bad wig.
Not that level. Not that kind of weirdo.
Right?
Foul. How dare Windagoon be friends with Donut Operator, even though he supports cops stopping pedos? What a bootlicker. A man of no conviction.
The only thing that one could reasonably gather from this picture of them hugging is that he, too, is a fascist bootlicker himself.
Or maybe they're friends because they have stuff in common, like making YouTube videos and liking guns. But I'm just spitballing here.
He has collaborated with Nick Crowley, who constantly makes money through the most morbid and shameful true crime content, of showcasing the last minutes of people before they are suddenly and unexpectedly killed.
Isn't that all true crime, all Forensic Files episodes? How is this evidence of anything?
He is publicly friends with Shoe on
Wait. We have to stop the presses here. Hold on. Reese, you got your boyfriend ketchup toothpaste? What? How did I miss this? What?
It was in that big order of tasty toothpaste they got.
I saw the tasty toothpaste, but I did not see that one of them
That was one of the
ketchup.
flavors.
I did not see that one of them was ketchup or pickle, as he just said. What?
I missed something.
What?
Somehow.
Okay, so Reese, like, when was this? Like a couple weeks ago? Reese bought a thing of, like, flavored toothpaste to, you know, because he wanted to try them. And there was a picture that he took of them, but I did not see that one of them was ketchup and or pickle. I did not see this. That's breaking news to me. I not seen
You
this or
know,
known
these
about this before.
these novelty things, they've never worked out for me. There was a soda shop near where my in-laws used to live, and you walked in there and they had like mustard, they had like chicken dinner, like sodas. And I was like, oh, but clearly they're sodas, so they must taste like all right to somebody. We ended up buying buffalo wings because my ex really liked buffalo wings. We bought honey mustard because his little sister really liked honey mustard. Like, we bought a bunch of weird flavors. All of them were terrible. Like, awful. Like, why would anyone drink this ever? And I get that it's a novelty, but if that was the case with soda, which is like a fun thing to do, like, you're brushing your teeth with this? Seems way worse in every way.
This is the picture of this is the picture that Reese posted. So he said that ketchup and pickle are at the top. Oh, there they are. There they are. I see them.
Have you brushed your teeth with it? This is the question. Green apple crushed. Ooh, I never had that. That sounds delicious.
Wow. Yeah, there's cotton candy, red velvet, vanilla, cola, strawberry and cream. I'm assuming that's strawberry and cream. Peach.
Oh, and those ones in the middle are Chupa Chupa flavors, like the lollipops?
Yeah. Ice latte.
Neat.
Which one's that one? It's a fruit pack, it looks like. Oh, chocolate toothpaste. Oh God, and it's Wonka. Of course,
cotton
it's Wonka.
candy was good.
Of course, it's Wonka.
You know, I have tried chocolate toothpaste. It was not good, but I will say I don't like mint chocolate. So granted, to me, it was probably a problem.
It's all right. Mint chocolate is okay. It's not terrible, but it's not my cup of tea yet.
I love it.
I gotta be in the
Some
mood
people
for
love
it.
it. Yeah. Some people like. I used to have a boss that she was like the regional boss. She would only come in like once a quarter, and my boss would send me to the dollar store to make her like a gift basket, and the only candy she would want in it was York peppermint patties. She is the only person I've ever actually seen a York peppermint patty.
Oh.
Which worked for me because York peppermint patties come in beautiful silver packaging, so I could make really pretty things with them. But outside of this, I was just like, I can't believe she eats those. I really can't. And people love them.
So good, though.
My boss has two top two favorites. She loves
Junior
all things.
Mints.
Junior mints, yes, those are good too.
Junior Mints.
Yes, those are really good. I agree. No, my boss loves all things sweets too. Her top two that I can think of off the top of my head are these little peppermint things that are, I don't know if they're local here, but they're like cardinal mints. They're kind of soft and chewy. They might be nationwide. I don't know. Or they might just be local here. I'm not sure. But those and her number one favorite of all time, Peeps. Peeps. Anything Peeps.
Peeps are amazing.
Peeps.
Peeps was my
marshmallow.
My former best friend was some Peeps.
She is a Peeps.
I used to get her Peeps
freak.
like everything, because you know now they make everything like shoes and I got her so much Peep merch.
Yeah, she's a Peeps freak. I remember when we were still in the office and we told her that when Peeps cereal got released, she literally had to go and buy 3 boxes. That's how much she loves that. Yes. Yeah.
Was it actually good though? Because
from what I've heard,
I used to really like cereal.
I don't know though.
I'm too old for cereal, more than the most part.
I never tried it.
But
so
the only reason I ask is because of Oreo O's are such a disappointment. Were and are. No one was more upset with than me.
Yeah.
When I tried Oreo O's, because you know what? If you haven't had them, let me tell you what they taste like. They should taste like Oreos. Like, not really. They should taste like how Cookie Crisp doesn't really taste like chocolate chip cookies. You know?
Yeah,
you know how
true.
Cookie Crisp does not really taste like. So I expected that. I expected Oreos, but like somehow harder and sweeter, like a Cookie Crisp. It's not. It's like they took purple Fruit Loops and only purple Fruit Loops and then added sugar to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not good. It's real bad. And then they vaguely smell like stale Oreos. It's a bad. I loved Oreos when I was a kid, and this cereal.
Yeah.
It was. I remember being viscerally upset about how bad this cereal was. It was offensive to me personally how bad this cereal was and is. So now, like, I was at Big Lots the other day, and they had IHOP cereal. So, like, blueberry blueberry pancake cereal,
Mm.
right? And I was like, oh, that sounds kind of good. But I refused because I like IHOP and I would like to continue liking IHOP.
Fair.
And the cereal can ruin it for me.
Fair.
So,
That's fair. That's
sorry,
fair.
IHOP, I'm not eating your cereal.
Yeah, that's fair.
Head, who is a conservative masquerading as a leftist, who has built a career off of lazy anti-woke content, complaining about SJWs, who says stuff like, Karl Marx rising from the grave finding out his movement has been taken over by fat, ugly, mentally ill losers.
He's mad because she's talking about him.
He is friends with Brandon Buckingham, a gun YouTuber who has been accused of threatening rape.
Hold up, I've watched a lot of Brandon Buckingham. He has shot guns. He is in no way a gun YouTuber. This is like saying iDubbbz or Ethan are gun YouTubers. It makes no sense. As for threatening rape, he never did that. That is a lie Sneeko told. Zane is pushing a false rape allegation.
Yep. Yep, I remember that. I vaguely remember the Sneeko thing with him and Brandon Buckingham. Oh my god. That was something else.
In the same video, he's crying about being slandered for his film analysis.
Brandon,
There is this thing that the internet does, where
in
one
Brandon's
person
video
says
about
something that
this, he addressed that specifically because I didn't know what that was referring to. And he was like, he's literally pushing a fake rumor that somebody literally made up that everyone knows he made up.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
that's disgusting.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember when that. Yeah, because I remember vaguely something coming or the fight. Well,
Yeah.
not that I forgot about it, but I do remember like hearing about it like when I first started
I
getting into
forgot.
commentary. But yeah, when Billy brought that up and when Brandon made his response, I haven't seen Brandon's video yet, but I know that he did. I know that he made a video response to this too. But
Solid video. Recommend.
but yeah, I do remember vaguely that little spat that him and Sneeko had. Yeah, I remember that.
is false but sounds believable
But
and is
it's
tangentially
crazy to
related
see
what
how the
actually happened, and
lies
then other people
become
start
facts to some people.
Mm-hmm.
to repeat it out of context, and morph it, and slowly escalate it, until it just becomes general belief, even though it is detached from reality. The cruel and untrue things that you say about another person
The
do
thing
in
you
fact
just
have
did?
direct impacts on them in
Right?
the way that people culturally see them.
Bro, you're doing that, but instead of it being about the hills have eyes, it's about a rape allegation. Something that matters. He goes on like this for over half an hour.
He is friends with Oompaville, a gun-obsessed content creator that has taken advantage of Nakado Avocado's mental decline, for fame and for money, and on top of that has made content with the human trafficker and
Pause. Can
Nikado's
you?
an act. He puts it on. This
He says Nikado. He calls it Nikado.
I hate
Have
that.
you guys
I
ever
hate
heard
it
know.
so freaking much.
I know. I
Nick-
instead
know.
of Nikado?
Nikado.
Nikado.
It's Nikado avocado.
Nikado.
It's Nikado avocado, right? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, thank
yeah.
It's Nikado avocado. It's
Thank
because it
you.
has to rhyme with
Yeah.
avocado.
Yeah. thank you.
Nikado does not rhyme with avocado.
Yeah.
It's very upsetting how he pronounces it. Just
Exactly,
generally.
Reese. No research who? Exactly. Ugh.
Literally. How do
guy
you
is so
pronounce
socially inept, he doesn't
Nikado
even
that
realize it.
badly?
Oop! Oop! That's my scooter! My precious scooter!
You just know.
That's totally the real Nikocado, by the way.
That's
He's
yeah.
not playing
No,
a character,
he's
you
not,
guys.
He's not faking
He
at
doesn't
all.
know how.
Yeah, he's not faking. Not at all. No, this
he's
is
being taken
this is
advantage of
real.
in that clip. He's
This
not
is real.
You know,
This is 100% real. We're
serious.
I can't even say that with a straight face. Like I can't. It's I can't. Oh my god.
This guy turns on WWE and thinks Triple H actually broke into Randy Orton's house. And as far as
Right? That's such a great example too. It's like yeah. That's perfect, Willie. Perfect.
Andrew Tate, it was a respectable interview that took place before the human trafficking charges even came to fruition. He's retroactively criticizing an interview that was very well received at the time and was handled better than most mainstream media outlets.
He is friends with
True.
Huck, who argued against Andrew Tate being deplatformed from social media websites.
I'm against deplatforming Andrew Tate too, and I exposed him to a greater extent than most mainstream media outlets to the point where
Yeah, you did, Willie. You did the Lord's work like you always do. Good job, sir. We salute you. Yes, you did. Yes, you have. And you have always said, and that in the I know that he has made a bunch of different Andrew Tate videos. I know he has. I haven't seen them all, to be honest with you. But the general consensus for said videos with Andrew Tate in particular, he has always said, I am not for deplatforming. I am just speaking the facts as to what he has done and what he's being accused of and things like that. That's it. Mudahar has done the same thing. Other YouTubers have done the same thing when covering Andrew Tate. All they've done is report the news on him and what he's been accused of and things like that. I cannot.
Can I ask you
Go ahead.
both a question though about that? Because I feel like maybe what's getting lost here, and both of you will probably be able to articulate it better than me, is that there's a reason why all of these people are not for deplatforming these people, right?
There's a particular reason why, I think. And well, what do you think the reason is?
My understanding, correct me, is that the reason is because the way they see it, and what I've heard them say a lot, is that if you deplatform these people, they don't go away. They just go into the shadows where, one, they're harder to see, but two, where then they can be like, oh, you see, they don't want us on the main platforms because we're speaking the truth. We have to be in the shadows because they don't want to hear the truth. And like it almost, in a way, I think, legitimizes what they're doing.
Yes.
By being
exactly.
like
exactly. Yes, I agree. And yes, I know. I've heard that before, and I don't disagree with it. But the other thing though is like when you not getting political here, I'm just using this as an example. When Donald Trump was banned off of Twitter, okay? And who else was banned off of Twitter? Donald Trump and Alex Jones.
Can I just say, with Donald Trump, I was for it, but only because the idea of that man not being able to tweet and how much it upset him really gave me a giggle. Because like him or hate him, he was blowing a gasket at the fact that he couldn't tweet. And I just would have paid so much money to see it.
I mean,
because he was quick about it.
I mean, true.
You know what I mean?
That part was funny.
Just anybody. It's so funny.
Yeah, but that part was funny. Just that I will agree to think
for the jokes, for the memes is what I'm saying. For the jokes, I wanted it. But
yeah. As to think of Donald Trump foaming at the mouth for him not being able to tweet. Yes, that is funny. Absolutely.
And really, anybody. Show me any clip of somebody losing their shit because they can't tweet, and I will find that shit so funny.
I'm not saying that isn't, but that my point being with that was that when he got banned off of Twitter, it just made him even more relevant, and it made a whole bunch of other people
to
fight
some people,
for him. To fight for him for him getting banned off of Twitter. Made him a martyr in a way, if you really think about it. Same way with Alex Jones. Same way with
it's why a lot of people don't want Donald Trump to get removed from the ballot specifically, because if they remove him from the ballot, you give people a thing to rally, and so they don't even really have to consider right or wrong, because you like him or hate him, you can just be against the idea that you're not allowed to vote for him. And I agree with that. I think this is America, and I think if according to the laws we have today, he's allowed to run, he should run. And realistically, because I know it's a state issue and there's other legalities there, I feel like it would really do a disservice to the country to remove him from the ballot, and because you're gonna give some people be like, see, I wanted to vote for him, but I wasn't allowed to. They kept me from it because they didn't want me to have XYZ.
Well,
so it's
it's a double-edged sword no matter what happens, right? Now for those people probably already know, and most of you know, with him getting his conviction yesterday, all that
that
that's
changes some things.
That's gonna change some things up a little bit, and things are gonna who knows what will happen. We'll just have to wait and see. But again, that's
and nobody does. Also, that's what's crazy. What's interesting to me is nobody knows what happens now, because this has never this is literally unprecedented territory. Which, as a millennial, can we stop doing unprecedented things? I would really love if we could only do precedented things for the rest of at least my life.
Gigi, that's not going to happen. I'm sorry.
But the problem
I hate to burst your bubble, but it ain't going to happen.
I really would prefer precedented times to occur. Nobody knows what happens now. like, because this has never happened before. We've never had somebody who's running. Also, did you know you can't run for office in some states if you are a convicted felon, but you can run for federal office. So he could be a president who could not legally run in any number of states. Like, that's wild. That's such a, I don't know what it means, but that's so interesting, historically speaking. I'm scared. Like, I really wish I was watching this from somewhere in Europe. I'll say that.
Hell yeah, Reese, misindulgence. I would totally 100% vote for you, Reese. 100%. Yes.
True.
Absolutely.
True.
Absolutely. Yep.
Make me
You're
your
gonna get a
VP,
buddy.
Reese.
You're gonna get a
Be
roommate.
unstoppable.
Oh, yes. You make Squatching your vice president. Whoo!
Angry.
Whoo! And make me your
Except
HR president.
he'd be at presidential meetings like,
Can I be
listen,
the
you're dealing with
Secretary of
me.
State?
Don't make me bring the VP in.
Can I be the
Because
Secretary
you don't want
of
the
State?
VP to come in here.
I want to be the Secretary of State. That's what I want to be.
What is the secretary? What powers do the Secretary of State get?
I don't know.
Can I get cruise director? I would like a cushy job where I get paid $200K to do
I just threw
not
that
a
out
whole
there.
lot.
Ooh, we'll install you in the CIA.
Oh, there you go.
You could
Yeah.
travel.
Yeah, and then I could just come. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
alright.
guys.
Head of CIA for me then.
Wookie missed a golden opportunity. Do you know who he missed, guys?
Ooh.
Wookie missed Mr. Huck.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
He sure did. He sure did. Wookie, you missed Mr. Huck.
Oh.
Hate to break that to you, but you did.
Well, Reese just illegalized heterosexual marriage, so he's starting out strong.
Well,
I support it. I mean, quite frankly, everybody's just marrying anybody, and I don't know where it'll end.
Damn it. Jesus Christ.
And post an article the next day citing the exact same sources I used in my video. Unless they're a convicted child predator, I'm against deplatforming because it leads to these hateful conspiratorial echo chambers that go unchallenged, festering in the background. There was a while where it seemed like every creator was getting banned.
Oh,
from
he
Leaky
actually
to
says it.
Gideon to
That's-
Aiden
yeah.
Ross.
Yeah.
It's better if everyone's just in the same place where people can routinely make Nick look like an idiot for his worldview.
But what if we're living in the same house and there's a fight over, who gets to shower when and who gets this seat on the couch and who? These are the kinds of things that happen in a dense.
Wait, do you think
in an
you'd fight
urban
with him because he's
population.
black over that?
I wouldn't fight about stuff like that. And
Hold. I want to hear the answer to Desi's question.
Well, yeah. Would you fight more with a black person over who gets to use the shower?
Yes, and here's why. Because
Oh, God. Of course he would. Of course he would.
I remember this, and I remember being like, why? I can't. He explains it, and it's nonsensical, so it'll be fine. But I kept trying to rack my brain for a single reason why the color of someone's skin would matter if I was going to argue with them over the shower. Like, if I'm going to argue with you over the shower, your skin color is not the reason. Maybe you have a lot of hair and you're using my product, or that's more likely. Or you're a kid and you're not very careful, and I have a lot of shit in like every corner of my shower. Like, there are reasons why I'm going to argue. I just can't think of one that is related to skin color that I can even like make up theoretically.
I can't either. Yeah, I'm with you.
Otherwise, more people are going to turn into Sneaka. We don't need more Sneakas.
He is friends with
True. Yeah, we don't need any more Sneakos.
We have enough cucks.
Exactly. No. I was gonna make a self-deprecating joke, but I'm a hush. I'm gonna shut up now.
Mutahar, who argued against Andrew Tate being deplatformed from social media websites, and has recently showcased a great deal of transphobia in his most recent video.
Is he going to give any argument for why the video is transphobic? No, of course not. It's because it isn't. So much of this video is, oh look, Windigoon responded to a tweet and that account likes some sus stuff, as if Windigoon is supposed to be aware of that. So what did Windigoon do? Not one of his friends, not one of his followers, him. Well, apparently he started a white supremacist group.
We could talk about his past and supposedly being a founding member in an online conspiracy theory group that, according to him, snowballed out of control into being a white supremacist neo-Nazi organization called the Boogaloo Boys. His online username at the time was Boogaloo Boy, and he claims to be the first to have started
Can
using
I
it, but that he
say,
left the group and became
if I
Windigoon
made a
after
group
things started.
and I called them the Boogaloo Boys of all things, and then they became like this level of terrorist hate organization, nobody would be more upset about it than me, okay? Because he called it like Boogaloos. That's such a silly little name. You would think surely nothing scary can be called boogaloo. Like, I would be so upset about this. I would be so upset about this. So I can only imagine, because Wendigoon seems like even more like soft and nice even than I am.
Mhm.
So like, there's no way he's not sad about this. Like, how could you not be? How could you not be like, I'm gonna make a clip for my buddies, and then some of your buddies come in here like, hey, we're also gonna hate some people for no real reason.
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
what are you gonna do other than walk away? Because now there's, you know, there.
Right.
Yeah, it's such a weird thing to throw at. I mean, I guess all of it's weird. So yeah, I'll shut up.
No, I get it.
I was
No,
to say,
I
like,
agree.
this is a
Yeah.
weird way to go.
Yeah, no, I agree.
To get out of hand. And this is not a conspiracy theory in itself. Shockingly, he literally has said so in writing.
Wendigoon admitted this was him creating a meme page where it was taken over by more and more extreme people until he left. It really isn't that damning unless you're going to be extremely uncharitable, which he is.
Also, it should be noted that the Boogaloo Boys are known for wearing Hawaiian shirts. And guess who else always has on a Hawaiian shirt, despite the fact that he publicly totally does not share in their beliefs, guys.
Zane, it's a popular style of shirt. You're wearing...
You monster. You absolute...
Can I say, is that why he wore the
Degenerate.
Hawaiian shirt? Because I did think
Yes.
it was weird.
Yes.
I don't think he's that
to be like,
self-aware.
Yeah,
I think
no.
he just put it on and didn't realize.
No, well, Nerdy and I kind of had this conversation earlier, or we had this conversation the other day. Nerdy thinks that he ironically wore it. I think that he unironically wore it. But that's just me. So we had a little difference of opinion on that one. But yeah.
I can't understand the reasoning. Like, okay, let's say I'm making an exposed video. I'm going to say, hey, everyone knows that everyone who wears a bikini is a neo-Nazi. And then in the video, I'm wearing a bikini. Aren't I just being like, hey, by the way, I'm a neo-Nazi? Like, is that not what's happening here? Like, I get that he's theoretically trying to be ironic, but it doesn't make any sense. It literally doesn't track.
No.
And so I was like, how could he not be aware? He's going, look at this guy's Hawaiian shirt, while wearing a much uglier, by the way, Hawaiian shirt.
Like
It's
I said earlier.
It's such a...
Like I said earlier, Tom Selleck has some explaining to do. You know, because
He really does. He really does.
I mean, let's be honest. He was the one that started the Hawaiian shirt phase.
Also,
for those of you who are old enough to
also
know,
most of Hawaii also needs to explain themselves.
True.
How dare they?
Yeah.
Create a shirt that would later be co-opted. It's not allowed.
Yeah, I mean, for those of you who are old enough to know what I am referring to with Tom Selleck, and if you're not, go look it up. But yeah, that's
my favorite Tom Selleck movie is Crossfire Trail.
Crossfire Trail.
My favorite Tom Selleck thing is when he was on Friends.
It's a Western.
Crossfire Trail.
So
I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
That's not Tom Selleck. That's Burt Reynolds. Or am I confused? Which one is which?
Burt Reynolds.
I'm sorry, I confuse Burt Reynolds and Tom Selleck all the time. They're
Burt
both
Reynolds,
known for their mustaches. It makes
true.
sense.
Burt Reynolds was
Louis L'Amour movie.
Was Smokey and the Bandit. That's Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds is Smokey and the Bandit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then it is Tom Selleck on Friends.
Yes, Tom Selleck was on Friends. Yeah, but with Burt Reynolds too, and this is one of my favorite movies in the entire world, and people will either be very proud of me or hate me. Have you ever heard of a movie called The Best Little Whorehouse in Texas?
Yes.
I've heard of it.
That is one of the
It's
best
got
movies.
Dolly in it.
It has Dolly in it, exactly. And Burt Reynolds. So, yeah. If you know that movie, that's
9 to
Burt
5
Reynolds
is
from.
another good one.
Yes. But Burt Reynolds is
Working
from...
9 to 5.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I know what you're talking about now, Squatchin. I just never seen it, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've seen that cover.
Yeah,
I used to watch it all the time.
Yeah.
It was in one of those like cheap DVD covers that were like made out of cardboard with the little clip side to it. Like
Yeah.
little plastic clip.
Yeah.
I hated those.
Yeah, Tom Selleck made what I would call movies for men. Is what Tom Selleck made.
See, that is a respectable mustache.
True.
Agreed.
Yes.
Whatever he's got going on over here.
Good Lord, he's had that mustache
ain't
forever. Yeah. He's, yeah. Well, that's what, not to downgrade Tom Selleck, but that's what he is known for, and he's never gotten rid of it. Well, very briefly did he. He did it.
And why would you? Why would you?
The women rioted.
Yeah. Well, he
saying,
did. He did
would.
in an episode of Friends when he came back. When he came back with Monica, remember? He didn't have the mustache then too, or briefly for that one episode that he came back for, he didn't have the mustache in there. But yeah, women probably were like all sorts of pissed off. I can totally see that happening.
You know, if I'm a dude and I'm known for my mustache, I'm keeping it. I'm so sorry. Like,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And there's gonna be some women who don't like it, and guess what? You know, not everyone's gonna be everyone's cup of tea.
True. Very, very true.
The shirt. What's weirder, Wendigoon wearing a Hawaiian shirt because that's what he likes to wear, or this leftist wearing a Hawaiian shirt even though he thinks it's a racist dog whistle? Is this like Vosh's tactical N-word? This video has zero research behind it, zero common sense. Zane sits there and speculates on how wealthy Wendigoon is, as if that means he can't talk about horror movies.
Not to mention the fact that Wendigoon was raised in a very wealthy family, and with that comes from a wealthy perspective. He himself has inadvertently admitted that his family at one point had millions of dollars.
My whole thing is instead of speculating this guy's apparel, why not just reach out to him and ask him questions? So I did. He said he worked at a gun store, he liked guns, so he made a meme page about guns. Around 2019, 2020, the joke became super serious to some people, who began to see it as a for the people movement, which was fine at first, but then people began to apply it to whatever their political stance was, and it became a mess. So he left. There is no evidence that Wendigoon radicalized anybody. Extremists stole the meme, that's all the evidence available. I asked Wendigoon if Zane ever reached out to him before making his video. He said no, he never reached out. There was a lot he got wrong, even objectively, that I would have been happy to clear up even for a hit piece. For instance, my parents were not rich.
Remember that part, you guys. Even for a hit piece. Wendigoon was willing to give him this. Okay, listen. I'm going to be kind of a little bit of a devil's advocate here. Okay, just a little. I understand that sometimes with some big YouTubers like Wendigoon or Mudahar or Willie or, you know, big YouTubers like that, right? Who have a big following and have a substantial subscriber count, it can be very intimidating to reach out to these people, okay? Even if you've been told that they're super nice, that they're very approachable, you know, sometimes you just never know what you're going to get, okay? Being the devil's advocate
sometimes you encourage your friends to reach out to creators who you think are awesome, and then they do, and you're just so surprised when they actually show up.
And they actually show up, and then you're like, what do you do? How do you
really,
act?
Gigi, how would you know this?
And then you decide to goon in your goon cave.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Gigi, I mean, how would you know that? Like, what? What are you talking about?
I don't know. It's just I'm guessing. It's a thought that came to mind.
No, that's another great example, right? That's another great example when I just so happened to reach out to Primic and he came in the chat. That's another great example. But I understand, again, like I said, I understand that people like some content creators can be intimidated by reaching out to these people for any information, despite the fact of whether it's a praising video or whether it's a hit piece, right? I get that, because if it's a hit piece, you know, you're obviously going to be a bit apprehensive on what you give out, because it just depends on what you're covering or whatever. But again, remember, he says this, I would have been happy to clear up even for a hit piece. So there you go.
Yeah. Also, you should. I feel like if you're going to do an expose, personal opinion, you don't have to, of course, but I feel like it makes sense to at least be like, hey, I'm making a video on this topic. Do you have a statement that you want to talk about?
Yes, exactly. And again, could Wendigoon have responded and said, you know what, bro, or not responded? Yeah, he could not have responded, and he could have said, you know, or he could have, and he could have been like, you know what, I'm just going to tell you what I can tell you, blah, 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 right? Or he could not have answered it at all. That's the worst that could have happened. Would it probably have looked bad on Wendigoon for him not responding? Sure, yeah. And that may or may not have been valid. But again, and I've said this before, and I will keep saying it because I am proof of this. Surprisingly, I am proof of this. the worst thing that these creators can tell you if you reach out to them for an interview or just want to have them on for a conversation is no. That's it. That's it. Or I'm not interested or whatever. That's all they can tell you. That's it. That's the worst of it. And
I mean, I would argue that sometimes when they respond, that can be way worse and way more embarrassing.
Yeah, it can be. Yeah.
I wouldn't know
I will
anything
agree
about
with that
it.
too.
In
No, you
theory.
wouldn't. No, you wouldn't.
But,
Would you? No, you wouldn't. Not speaking from personal experience at all. No.
Not
but
no,
and that's another good point is that once you get that response, you could, it would just depend on how you react to it. I was the same way when I reached out to Willie Mac and Boblax and all these other great people, Matt Pitt, pretty much all of Now Recording. I was very intimidated in reaching out to them and having them come on and stuff. It just, again, each person is different and each scenario is different. But again, like I said, the worst that could have happened is that Wendigoon would have either not answered or he could have just simply said, I don't want to talk to you. I have no comment. Yeah, again, would that have looked bad on Wendigoon? Yeah, possibly. But again, that's the worst that could have potentially happened, unless I'm wrong. It's, yeah. I don't get it.
In the quote he even reads, I say my dad lost everything, and that was all before I was born. So Zane never even reached out for clarification before assuming the worst from this guy and everyone who's ever appeared in a photo with him. I did more research in the 3 minutes it took to reach out than his 3-hour video. It's embarrassing. In 2019, the Boogaloo Boys became an official group, and Zane attributes every crime they did to Wendigoon.
Do you remember when armed men were arrested a few years ago for planning the kidnapping of Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmire? That was the Boogaloos. Do you remember when white people showed up at the George Floyd protests and caused property damage and violence in the hopes that black people would be blamed for that? That was the Boogaloos. He was just like, oh geez, sorry guys, about starting a violent hate group, guys. Sorry that people got killed. I totally didn't mean to do all that. My bad. I'll do better next time.
I have a question. So, you guys are all in a club together? Because I hear white people showed up. And, seems to me you guys are white people. So, you guys showed up at the Floyd rally? Is that what occurred? Also, you guys have a club I'm not allowed to be in? That's what's occurring here? I see how
Apparently.
I'm Canadian. I wasn't involved. I don't have a
Am I missing
Wasn't
something?
me.
Was Wendigoon there? Is there any evidence that he supports any of this? No, it is the most baseless and unhinged analysis I have ever seen. Zane becomes borderline racist towards Wendigoon at times, doxing him.
Wendigoon and I are practically neighbors, and I know this area very well. Okay, so I live in Asheville, North Carolina, and between that and the reservation, you have the community
Hold
on
on.
Lake Junaluska, which
He's
is
saying everyone who lives in that area is racist.
Yes.
And wearing a Hawaiian shirt. And saying, I also live in this area.
He doesn't realize it, but he's self-reporting right
Yeah,
now.
pretty much. Yeah, thank you. That's exactly what I was thinking that you were going with it too. Yeah, He is. 100%.
Remember me saying I hadn't watched his video before? I hadn't watched his video before. And I'm very much like, what? This is a very long way to reveal your own racism. Like, I am so confused. I feel like he's punking me. Like, I feel like he's such a right-wing racist conservative that he has tricked me into watching a video where he tells me that, but like in the most backwards way humanly possible, and he believes that I'm such a stupid liberal that I will not understand.
I guess.
But he's literally saying this.
Yeah.
Is he not? Am I crazy?
No, you're absolutely right. He is. He's self-reporting 100%. Yeah. Agreed. Australia, hold on. I'm sorry. Pidgey, I guess we have to blame all the early Homo sapiens for every knife crime ever committed because they invented knives. True. Sad,
that is
but
how that
true.
works.
Pointy sticks are a gateway weapon.
Yep.
I agree.
Register your pointy stick.
No.
You're not wrong.
Canada
No
has
pointy
implemented
sticks for
the pointy
anyone.
stick registry.
Australians are allowed to call me slurs. Us Brits and Aussies have that slur connection. That's also very true. That is so true. That is so true.
That's true. If you are from certain places, there's a certain C word I will allow that I will not allow otherwise.
Yep, very true. I agree.
Actually,
I'm
even
British
in a real town, You
adjacent.
can walk across the whole
True.
thing in a matter of minutes.
Yes.
You got Waynesville, you have Maggie Valley, and a few other small drive-by communities. And beyond that, is the Cherokee Reservation.
Drive-by
Wendigo lives
communities?
somewhere
What is he
just on
trying
the
to
other
say?
side of the reservation. That is not me doxing him. He has said many times publicly that he lives in East Tennessee, and I'm not even saying what town he lives in. According to the latest census, there are only 23 black people who live in Maggie
I kind of feel like he's
There are
doxing
15
him
Native
anyway.
Americans, despite
Just,
it touching
you know.
the
Yeah.
reservation. Most of this area
like
used to be
Tennessee is
sundown
big.
towns. It is about as white as you could possibly get. Genuinely, in this part of the country, you have to assume that any white person you meet is racist unless they show you otherwise.
Oh, so you would know that, huh? Would you know that? Have you done that? Is that something that you're basing vaguely off of personal experience? Are you, telling on yourself there, sir? Asshole.
Oh, he's white and he lives there, therefore he's racist.
so
That's the
weird.
level of critical thinking taking place, but not you. You're one of the good white guys. Oompaville tweeted,
Exactly. Not you, Priest of Shadows. You're a good guy. You're a good white boy who does what. Never mind. I'm shutting up. 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 Because I was going to say something that was going to get me into big time trouble. I am shushing.
Based.
I am shushing. So I am going to continue with this video before I get canceled.
Imagine shitting on some of the most systemically forgotten and impoverished people in America and thinking you were virtuous or moral because they happen to be white. Then getting called out saying, you guys know my heart was in the right place. Ha ha ha. Zane is a picturesque example of true bigotry masquerading as an enlightened tortured genius that operates with empathy, nuance, and compassion above all else. There are so many of these people, it's so f***ed up how lost some smart people are. He tries to say Wendigoon is a racist for his name, saying he's disrespecting natives for using the word Wendigo.
Then, of course, there is his username. To the Algonquin people, the Wendigo is a negative spiritual symbol that is to be avoided and whose name is to never even be said out loud or written down. So I know there's a bit of a hypocrisy there on my part, but we kind of do have to say it for academic purposes. So.
Oh, you don't say. There's a bit of a hypocrisy on your part. You don't say.
That is a thing. You're especially not supposed to talk about Wendigos in that area. Like you really aren't supposed to say that. So he has ever so slightly a point, but like it's not a good one. It's the case. There are actually like a number of creatures where like if they're tied to certain cultures, you're not supposed to say the name of them because names have power and they invoke the power of them. And in this case, like it is tied to Native American culture. So to even like if you see the idea, but people say the stories of these. Even in the stories, they don't really use the name. They just talk about it as a creature, and then they'll say, "Oh, I talked to my grandmother, whoever," and they said, "It is this. You will never say the name of it. Don't look at it. Don't talk about it." It's very that. So
Gotcha.
But it's a kind of a thing where like it's the name of a thing. I get it. I hear what you're saying. Yeah. But like
Yeah. Oh, like
Wendigoon is brave because I'm not saying that in the Appalachian area. No, thank you. I don't know if they exist, but I don't want to meet one.
Well, Reese put it perfectly.
Voldemort shit.
Voldemort shit. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
So apologies for that.
There's nothing academic about this video. This is like saying Blizzard can't make Diablo or Harry Potter shouldn't exist because some Christians got upset. Nobody cares.
But don't you think it is extremely weird and off-putting that all of his fans call him Dad? Isn't that really strange?
No? Are you trying to imply something? He never elaborates. He just throws that out there and moves right along. He then acts like Wendigoon following him on Twitter.
I think a lot of creators that people call
get this part, guys. Get this part. Listen.
No? Are you trying to imply something?
Hold on.
He never elaborates. He just throws that out there and moves right along. He then acts like Wendigoon following him on Twitter was some sort of psychological threat.
Right in the midst of this going on, a very funny thing happened, and that Wendigoon followed me on Twitter. I was not...
Wendigoon followed him, you guys. It's a conspiracy. It's a conspiracy, guys. Wendigoon followed him. He knew all along that he was going to make this video, and Wendigoon only followed him to get the deets. Bro.
I'm gonna go try to get Wendigoon to follow me. Just to see what happens.
But you're gonna hear his reasoning for Wendigoon following him. And it's gonna infuriate you, and it infuriated me. Here we go. Oh, Edmonton won Game 5! Yay!
Let's go.
Nice.
They lead the series 3-2.
Yay! That's
Hashtag
awesome.
one more win.
Yay! Awesome.
Following him at the time. He never publicly told people to stop calling me a friend. He never once reached out to me privately. But he did follow me. Which means, in my eyes, that he 100% knew what was happening because I did tweet about it several times, and then followed me to let me
Wait,
know
did he
that
say
knew,
slur?
and that he was
He said
watching
no,
and that he intended
he
to do
didn't tell
nothing to
people to
stop
stop
it. What other
calling me a
motivation
what?
could he have had there to follow?
Calling him a
Oh, gotcha,
Bundle of
gotcha.
sticks.
bundle of six. Yes.
Yes, I was just confirming if that's what he was saying. So, sorry.
He said it, but it was bleeped out.
Mm-hmm.
Like you
I
could tell
see,
he
I
said
see.
it, and it was
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Follow me in that specific moment, other than to be a method of quiet and deniable intimidation. What other way could that have been read from my perspective? That was the moment that pushed me over the edge to make this video.
He ends the video by calling everyone Nazis.
Clearly, as we have seen, everything that he does has deep political motivations.
You haven't shown one example.
And if they don't want to be seen as a big group of Nazis, then let's see how they react to this video's existence, because I am certain they will be very level-headed about all of this.
How does he not see the irony in this statement? Windigoon would leave a comment on his video. Please, no one harass or comment rude things on my behalf. I do not agree with or condone meanness in any way. If you are here to leave a spiteful remark on my behalf, don't. Nothing good comes from anger. I want to apologize for people saying awful things to you on Twitter. I did not know this was happening. I followed you because I saw your Slenderman video and enjoyed it. Then I saw you in my recommended follows. It sounds...
That's why he got the follow. That right there.
Yeah.
I don't
That-
believe
He
him.
got the
He's
follow
clearly
because
lying.
of the.
He got the
The
follow
content.
because he
Like-
liked the content, you moron. And you had to go and spoil it by making all the...
I don't know. I think you guys are being a little simple. I see the lines. This was a conspiracy. He was letting him know. I see you. I'm watching you. I'm publicly following you on Twitter. I see it. No, you guys are wrong. It's gonna.
God damn it, no. No, it's... Yeah.
I'm gonna go look at who. I need to go actually check my own follows. Make sure no one's coming after me.
True.
Sounds like you strongly dislike me, and that's okay. But if I have done anything to cause that, I apologize. So Zane is schizoing out in the corner, coming up with conspiracy theories about why this is a threat, when in reality, Windigoon just liked his videos. Even when I DM'd Windigoon, he was nothing but polite towards Zane, saying, I feel bad for him. This guy seems to have a lot of hate in his heart, and that can't be easy on the bones. It's clearly not. Zane speaks as if his only purpose in life is to make political horror videos.
The only thing I have of value left to me in this world is my writing and my perspective.
Windigoon would continue to write, I don't have any malice, and I meant what I said in my comment on the video. I hope nobody harasses him on my behalf. If I make a tweet saying that, however, that'll drive more eyes towards him. And I don't want to do that as a lot of people are mad regardless of what I say. I wish him the best and hope he finds what he's looking for. Zane would then delete the entire Windigoon section of his video.
That could not be a more dignified response. Yeah. But then again, I'm not, you know what, though, to be honest, I'm not really surprised with that kind of response because he doesn't know him. You know, he only knows of him. Now, if he knew him, that might be different, but maybe. But that response is still a very dignified response, regardless. Yeah. That's very big of him to do.
I don't know,
He's a big
KHuck, I
person.
feel like you're not being very big brain about this. You know what I mean?
Apparently
You're just looking at like what he's saying and what's like literally happening, and you know, it's just not the truth. So now, if you ask me for evidence about the truth, I can't give that to you, but it's there. I promise.
Is it conspiracy
based on
theories,
what he said?
All right, fair enough.
You know,
and tweeted,
Facts
many
are
people have
facts,
said very fair
America.
criticism of my work and that I did not appropriately portray people. And I would like to address that. He apologizes to Brandon Buckingham for pushing his false rape allegations, saying, to be honest, I saw pictures of you with Turkey Tom, Donut Operator, Windigoon, and Brandon Herrera, and often with guns in your hand. I wrote you off. I did not feel like you were worth my time. And that was a result of the company you keep. Ultimately, that is a failing on me, though, and how I presented
didn't
that.
feel
It's such
you
a
were
backhanded
worth my
apology. Him
time.
having a gun.
I didn't feel that you were worth
Ew.
my time, yet I still wanted to make
Because
a
of
hit
the
piece.
company you keep.
Because of the company you keep, but yet I proceeded to make a hit piece about you and include stuff that had nothing to do with anything. Yep, okay. Okay, dude. Okay.
I cannot imagine
Because they don't live rent free in your
phrase
head.
out loud.
Yeah. Right? Right?
I can't.
And
Could you
being a-
imagine being like, I wrote you off as not worth my time, period. Like, regardless of the reason, that phrasing is so mean to someone you don't know. Like, imagine saying to a stranger, hey, you wore a Metallica shirt, and because of that, I decided you weren't worth my time. Now, granted, we all do this. This is a normal human behavior. But I could not imagine saying to a stranger, hey, you wore Crocs, and I've just decided you're not worth my time. Like, that's so...
Yeah, exactly.
That's so weird. Also, Crocs are great, and I love them, and if you don't want to be friends with me because I wear Crocs everywhere, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'll take the Crocs over
I have 2 pairs. And
This
they're
person.
great. Yeah, no. I had 2 pair and they were
I want the echoes. I'm gonna get them. I'm very excited about getting them at some point because it has been confirmed to me that they are in fact very comfortable. The echoes are the new ones with the weird like shape. Yeah.
I may have seen them
Anyways.
before. Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I've seen those. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're weird looking, and I wasn't sure if they were
geometric
homophobic
ones?
language towards me through calling me a low.
Yes.
Yes.
They're more geometric-y.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Testosterone freak. I don't even know how that's homophobic. What, are you on estrogen? He then goes on to Mudahar. Your thumbnail is very transphobic. I have nothing else to say.
Oh, damn, Willie, damn. Jesus Christ, Willie. No, Willie, no.
This is about just the worms thing again. Is he kidding? He's kidding.
No,
he's kidding.
not.
There's no way. He's kidding.
To Mudahar, your thumbnail art was transphobic. I have nothing else to say to that. No, no.
Did he not? Was he not here when everything? Okay.
Apparently not. Or if he was, he didn't. Yeah. I know.
To that. No explanation, no argument, he just goes on to play victim. I was overcome with anger because I think it's incredibly dangerous that there's a man in horror that you cannot criticize without being called the F-slur for days on end. I think that is a serious issue. Then talk about that. Maybe you could work something out instead of coming up with conspiracies about him and his friends. I also think it's telling that the bulk of what I said has not actually been addressed at all. Bro, you haven't said anything based in reality. I feel like people have addressed you very clearly. He blames all of his problems on conservatives and says that he's taking down that part of the video as well as taking a month off. I thought you lived paycheck to paycheck. How are you taking a month off? This guy cannot be real. If you felt like
True. Yeah, how are you living paycheck to paycheck, but yeah, you can afford to take a month off?
For real.
I can't afford to take a month off.
I can't either.
I
I wish I
become a
could.
YouTuber,
It's a vacation.
you have been mischaracterized. That was not my intention, and I genuinely am sorry. Just to be perfectly clear, every single person you mentioned feels like they were mischaracterized. I care so much about horror. It is my life. I grew tired and scared of seeing hate growing on the fringe of something I care so deeply about. Horror is about kindness. Horror is about love. Until next time, Zane. Bro, what are you talking about? This
Horror is kindness. Horror is love, guys.
Horror is love. Horror is kindness. Horror is love. I heard it. That's what it is.
Horror is hellfire.
Yep. Horror is hellfire. Amen.
This video was so hateful. He posted a similar message on his Patreon talking about how tricky it is to talk about cultural appropriation as a white man and that he only meant to do good with his slanderous video. He then took down his YouTube video completely and made a community post where he apologizes but then acts like the victim, saying, I do think it's dangerous these creators don't acknowledge the obvious situation at play. He'd delete this too because his own community disagrees with him. The reason people say too much politics rots your brain is because you start to view people in terms of teams instead of judging them as individuals. Suddenly, everybody who owns a gun is a gun-crazed fascist.
Gun YouTuber, a gun-obsessed content creator, gun-crazed, very far-right YouTuber.
Everybody who supports the police for stopping child abuse is a bootlicker.
The only thing that one could reasonably gather from this picture of them hugging is that he, too, is a fascist bootlicker himself.
It's important to remember that you most likely have more in common with your Republican or Democrat neighbor than you do with Hassan or Andrew Tate. These people's brands thrive off division, and I genuinely believe Zayn is a product of that. Hopefully this is his wake-up call. If not, just another cow to add to the herd. Yeehaw! Subscribe to the channel.
Good lord.
Very true. W. Willie. Thank you. We got through it, guys. 3.5 almost hours later, we got through it. Oh,
Then that's what happens when you tell me to call in. You requested. And
well, I mean, you can't. And
also, I'm seeing the Echo Crocs in a hot pink, and they would only cost me $250 because they're some kind of limited edition.
Holy cow! That's
only $250. I don't. Crocs go on sale very regularly. So the Echoes might have to be out of my league.
Okay.
I'm not spending $250 on Crocs.
All right. W. Willie for that. Thank you so much, Willie, for making that glorious video. Yay! And Squatchin pointed out earlier, I think she said it in chat, that can't say that this wasn't transformative. Just saying.
Yep.
It's very transformative.
We took a 30-minute video. We turned it into 3 hours. Takes fucking skill.
Right? We got the skills though, bro. We got the skills. Yes. W. Willie for that wonderful video. Thank you so much, Willie Mackerson. We appreciate you. We love you. Now, 2 things that I was going to show you guys before we go ahead and head out. This won't take but a few minutes, I promise. Should I play this video first that you sent, Squatchin, or the other thing?
Yes, okay. Please. It's a video representation of my thoughts on in praise of whatever the fuck's video.
Okay. Okay.
It's like the perfect representation.
In praise of shadows. Okay. In praise of
Yeah.
fucktard. Okay. Okay. Hold on. Yes, I said in praise of fucktard. That's exactly what I said. Yes, you guys heard me correctly.
In praise of shit for brains.
Yes, you heard me correctly. Yes. Okay. All right. Here we go.
And that's what I thought of that.
You're killing KHuck.
Slowly but surely. Everyone loves a little potty humor, okay? Farts are funny. It's Funny Fart Friday, okay?
I'm gonna die. Oh, that's,
just the way it resonated in the pot, you know?
That's right? That's amazing. That's incredible. That's
the power of acoustics, chat.
True. True. And then I have this one. Where's it at? Okay. So she sent me this earlier, and I about died laughing. So this is... I'm not going to explain this just yet. I'm going to let Squatchin do it. So Squatchin, would you like to explain what this is?
This is a In Praise of Shadows critique video tier list. Everyone who has made a video shitting on this dumbass can now be ranked in order of favorite to least favorite.
Nice. 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 I like it.
I do not have the time to watch all of those videos to rank this properly, though. So.
True.
But it exists if someone wants to tackle that.
So this is... Turkey Tom apparently did this. This is from Turkey Tom. This is his tweet.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there you go, guys. If you... Jesus, there's Kristen Mark.
There's another
That's
thing
from today.
Turkey Tom does really well is fucking research, because, I mean, I'm chronically online and I cannot get through fucking research to save my life sometimes. So if he watched all these videos enough to rank them, I'm thoroughly impressed.
Right? Look at the S tier Bo Blacks. Bo Blacks is there. Yay!
Yep. Always.
Bobby is there. And then there's Willie Mac right there at A. I'm not sure who these other ones are. That's Brandon Buckingham's video. I know that. This one I'm not sure of. This one I saw earlier. Is this Tommy C? Is this from his stream?
I don't know.
Okay. I think that was from his stream that he did on it. Let's see.
Let me look.
There's Bobby again. I don't know who these other ones are. I'm sorry. That one I believe is Chris and Art, because he did that one today too. He's D. That's funny. Chris and Art.
No, it's not one of Tommy's.
Oh, I thought it was. Okay, never mind then. But then this one is Papa Gut. Look, Papa Gut and F. That's funny too. So yeah, there you go, guys. If you want to check that out, here it is. Squashin', do you want to put that link in the chat for if anybody wants to check that out for? They can.
Yeah. I gotta find
it. Okay. Oh, you know what? I got it. I got it pulled up here. Why don't I just do it? Okay. Yeah, I can do it. I got it. Oh, give me a second. There we go. So yeah, if anybody wants to give that a look, here it is. And, oh, here we go. Disappointed Shadow Lord for 420. This man deserves all the hate for being just so brain dead and more autistic than actual autistic child. True. Very, very true. So true. Thank you for the 420. So yeah, there's Turkey Tom's post, and then of course we got Willie Mac's video. Let me get that in here. Go give him all the views. He's already at almost 300,000 views in 2 days. Let's fucking go.
Based.
Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. So yeah, do that. There's that. And that will also be in the description of this stream. Is that. So yeah. go show the William Mackerson all the love. So, all right, guys. Well, we're gonna go ahead and head out. This has been a fun 3.5 hour stream. What was supposed to be like 2.5 hours? Oh well, it is what it is.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. It's all right. It's Friday night.
I
Who
would
cares?
like to point out that
Ooh,
Toxic
I know who we're gonna
did not
raid.
come.
I know who we're gonna raid too.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you want to go ahead and do that, Squatch, and I'd appreciate it. Go ahead and throw that in there. All right, guys. So we're gonna go ahead and head out. Probably not gonna play the ending music. We're just gonna go ahead and head out here because it's getting kind of late. But thank you guys so much for coming out here tonight. Greatly appreciate it. You guys are amazing. Squatchin is putting the link in the chat to go raid Mike the Bike. Go raid Mike the Bike. It's a KHuck raid. Go show him all the loves and support and whatnot, and do all the things. Gigi, thank you for joining us again tonight too. We greatly appreciate you and your contribution.
Thank you for having me.
To the KHuck.
Everybody buy Crocs.
Yes, everybody buy
ending
Crocs.
message.
Yes. Thank you so
Have a good
much.
night, everybody.
Yes, you guys have a fantastic night. We will probably be back on Sunday, hopefully, for some type of stream. Not sure yet. We'll see. We got to figure that out, but that's our plan, is to be back on Sunday. So you guys all have a fantastic night. Go check out Mike the Bike, please, and tell him it's a KHuck raid, and we will see you there. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.